Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I'm Xandros, and we're changing pace a little bit tonight. I know originally I said I was going to do Ace Attorney tonight. Really didn't feel like doing a bunch of voices and starting a case, getting, a good way in, and then not playing it for the next month because, October is only days away. So instead, we're going to do a content mine tonight. And I've got some videos lined up to watch, and also while we're live, if there's stuff out there you want to watch and discuss, well, you can talk to me about it, and we'll see about you dropping it in chat or whispering it to me, and we'll see what happens. Tonight on the plate are rather hefty bits of ore, as it were. We've got some Elliot Haas, as he discusses with us 3 books for prepping and surviving the Great Reset, which is going to be an interesting one. Also, a little Tate speech as we look at the biggest mistake men make as they get old. Because, of course, there's going to be one. We also have the vegan teacher answering the question, am I friends with non-vegans? Oh, Hulse. 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 Hulse, not Hoss, but hi, Cajun. Also, hi, Eliza. Didn't get to say hi when I first popped in. We got a little Peter tonight, too, with The Space Force Has Alien Technology, Diary of a Trump Hopium Addict. So that's going to be a thing. So, I couldn't not have that here tonight. So, got a long one here from PragerU. 5-part series, Making America, featuring Dinesh D'Souza talking about some of America's founding fathers. Boy, it's going to be interesting. It's always fun when we have Dinesh on here because, well, who else but Liza, that's all tonight is a pain or heal. Fine. That's how we'll decide the first thing we watch tonight, then. We'll do a pain or heal. Alright. Give me a second, I will set that up. I didn't have it set up because, tonight's going to be a lot of pain. But let's do that. Give me a minute while I throw this together. Excuse me. Okay. I heard you like chaos. Put a little chaos in my chaos. Fair. Alright. The logo goes down, and the wheel is up and off center. Oh well, it'll stay off center. I'm not fixing it. So how about we spin that wheel? Ooh, a little pain. Well, if that's the case, embrace the scuff. You know what? How about if we're going pain? Let's start with some Liberty Hangout then. We'll get a little Caitlin Bennett in our lives. How about that? Oh, why is that off center? I swear. Hang on, I gotta fix this. No, that's not what I said to do. Sorry, I was trying to get things centered. I thought I had it right, and I didn't. Because, fun. Alright. Starting off with a triple shot of spicy vodka. Sure, that's what we'll call it. But this one is titled, I Survived the Rona. And we all know Caitlin Bennett has the best takes on everything. So why don't we enjoy this 5 minutes of pure pain.
Rona and died for not wearing the right mask.
Say that again?
I hope you get corona and die for not wearing the right mask.
Well, I've got some bad news for her and all the other haters out there.
Well, first of all, I will say this. You shouldn't hope that. You shouldn't hope that for somebody. Look, I get it. Okay, let's put it this way. For the people that are honestly just not well informed on COVID, that are listening to the grifters and the bad faith actors out there talking about, why you shouldn't get the vaccine and why you shouldn't wear masks and all that. Don't wish for them to die. I get it. That feeling of, aha, hoisted by your own petard. I get that sense of just like, they're such nasty people most of the time. A lot of the people that believe this stuff are just nasty people and the way they treat other people. And you think, yeah, it's great to, get some of that back, and come back at them. And you died for your stupidity. But you shouldn't hope that for somebody. You want them to survive in the basic sense that, we're all human. They can't help that they don't understand something, or that they've been fear-mongered into believing crazy shit that isn't true. You shouldn't hope death on them. Now, Caitlyn, I don't know how much of an idiot she just is on certain things, but I'm not saying you should wish death on her. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Just don't. Be better. We're better than that, right? Right? I think we are. I think you are. I think you're better than that. Just say. I just wanted to get that out of the way. What that person said was wrong, generally speaking. Now, for the people that are out there intentionally lying to people, like a Tucker Carlson, I'm not gonna say you shouldn't feel that way. Maybe that way. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Twitch guidelines and TOS and all that says I should say you shouldn't. So don't. Wink, wink. But you shouldn't. Wink, wink. Anyway, back into this.
I got corona and didn't die.
Congrats.
After nearly a year and a half of COVID going around, it was finally my turn to get sick. I was really convinced that after all the rallies I went to in 2020, all the supporters I took selfies with, and all of the plane rides I've been on, that I definitely already had COVID. But I guess I never actually got it. To my luck, you know who I did end up catching it from just a few weeks ago? My own family. Thanks, guys.
Oh my god, my insides are on fire!
I wanted to tell you guys about my own experience with it and share what helped me get better, because I learned firsthand that this sucks. Unfortunately, thanks to big tech censorship, I don't think I'll be able to tell you everything about my sickness and recovery, so head on over to libertyhangout.tv.
Wait, hang on. What are you going to not be able to tell us about being sick with COVID and your recovery? I mean, I think it's pretty simple. You got sick, and if you were vaccinated, it sucked that you were sick, and it was probably pretty bad, but you recovered because hopefully you had the vaccine, and your body was able to fight it off better because you had the vaccine. Or you're going to tell us you were taking a bunch of shit that didn't help your COVID out, and you were just one of the lucky people that got away with no long-term issues that we know of. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm already kind of questioning what's going to be said here. Because she's like, I don't know if I can tell you everything about my sickness and recovery. So, okay.
If you want to catch my full, uncensored thoughts on what I went through. Because you guys know there's a lot more I want to tell you that I can't right here. So
why
earlier
can't
in the
you?
month, I was at a wedding, and after I had already returned home, my younger sister got a notice that a classmate of hers tested positive for coronavirus and she was exposed to them. A few days went by and I started getting a cough, so I took a COVID test and it came back negative. But then my symptoms started to get worse over the next few days, so I took another test and lo and behold, it came back positive very, very quickly. Once I started getting a fever, the worst symptoms started to develop. The body aches and chills. I have been sick a lot of times in my life, but I have never experienced such painful body aches before. Even with my temperature at just 100 degrees, it was still unbearable. Then later I lost my sense of taste and smell, which was probably the weirdest part of this entire experience.
Okay, let's be fair. Caitlin's never had good taste. I doubt she's ever had taste. Just putting it out there. Just putting that out there.
I figured that it wouldn't be such a big deal until it happened to me. Everything I ate was either salty or tangy, and it was just really disgusting. My cough started to get so bad that we actually bought a pulse oximeter to monitor my oxygen levels, and there were some days that I had really bad nausea from my high fever and cough. My husband didn't start to get symptoms until 3 days after me, and his came on even quicker than mine. He started getting intense chest pain and a high fever.
Mom, I have a fever.
But since he has asthma, he decided to start treatment early since his chest was hurting so bad. On his second day of symptoms, he went to get monoclonal antibody treatment, and he started feeling better just 2 days later. He never lost his taste like me, and he never got more than a minor cough for a couple days. After I had been fighting off my
Okay, so he got generally lucky. Good for him. COVID is shitty. I've not had it myself. My sister has had it, as well as her boyfriend. Of course, some of you might know that fellow streamers and friends of mine, the Midas Quinn and Hell and the Mannequin have all had COVID as well, and are still kind of suffering from the after effects of it in various ways. I've known people that have died from it. I know 3 people, like, directly that I know that either are related to me, were friends of mine, or a coworker, have died from COVID. So yes, I have heard the gambit of just how bad it can be. So, Caitlin, legit, I'm happy your husband was fine and didn't have a bad, severe enough case and was able to get needed stuff. Good for him.
My illness naturally for over a week. I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I was probably getting worse and had a fever of nearly 102. So I decided to go get the antibody treatment myself. My fever was gone literally the next day, and even my taste started coming back. And I had a fever of nearly for a couple days. At antibody treatment, and he started feeling better just 2 days later. He never lost his taste like me, and he never got more than a minor cough for a couple days. After I had been fighting off my illness naturally for over a week.
Okay, I don't remember this. How long does COVID generally last? How long symptoms last varies per person, but most people recover by 2 weeks. Okay, so you're already close in the recovery portion. Okay. I want to see what this is real quick. Monoclonal therapy, also called monoclonal antibody infusion treatment, is the way of treating COVID. The goal of this therapy is to help prevent hospitalization, reduce viral loads, and symptom severity. Okay. The earlier they're given, the more efficient. Okay. Okay, so there is at least some things here. Can be effective at decreasing hospitalization rates and progression of severe disease and death for patients with mild to moderate COVID. So you didn't have, like, at the very least, it sounds like they had moderate to mild between the two of them. Okay, so it seems at the very least this is at least a legitimate treatment. I've not heard too much about it, so I don't know. Yeah, and it is at least not as good as getting the vaccine. Okay, and reminder, get vaccinated. The antibody treatment is not a replacement for being vaccinated. Fine, get it if you need to, if you catch it. But get vaccinated first and foremost, please. Protect yourselves and others.
I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I was probably getting worse and had a fever of nearly 102. So I decided to go get the antibody treatment myself. My fever was gone literally the next day, and even my taste started coming back. I was kind of nervous to get this treatment since it is experimental, But I am so thankful that I did, and I'm so thankful that Ron DeSantis has made it so widely available in the state of Florida. I didn't even know if I'd be allowed to get it since I'm young and I'm not at risk, but I was just able to walk right in, tell them I had COVID.
Just checking in. We're having a really rough time. Oh no. Well, first of all, hi, Queer Bear. Glad to see you here. Is everything okay? I mean, I hope it's nothing like extremely serious, at least, whatever's going on. We're just kind of hanging out tonight and watching some various kinds of, content tonight. So, I don't know, just we're watching right now. It's Caitlin talking about her and her husband's experience. Oh God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Damn. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, obviously, I'm sure for anyone that's watching right now, sending out our, all the positive thoughts we can for your girlfriend's dad. Hopefully, he's able to recover. I don't know, the seriousness as far as his health was prior to getting COVID and going on the vent, but I hope he's able to recover. So, man, that's rough. And again, for everyone watching, stuff like this is why I'm saying, get vaccinated. Because people shouldn't have to go through this. And you don't have to go through this. You don't have to put your friends and family through stuff like this. You can... Yeah. Sorry, had a bit. Been a little flummy today. I think the weather's jumping back and forth between 15, 60 degrees at night or a little cooler to 70 and 80 something today. It's just screwing with my sinuses. Yeah, of course, anytime. That's if you need to chat at some point, my DMs are open if you need to, Queer Bear. All right.
And got treatment for free. Now, I can't give any medical.
Whoa, wait! You walked in and got treatment for free? Oh, man! Imagine being able to go somewhere and get free treatment for an illness. That must be. Wouldn't that be something? Man, who knew DeSantis was such a socialist?
Advice since I'm not a doctor.
What's up, Doc?
But I would definitely see if your state offers the antibody treatment, because this is what worked for my husband and I and what's working for thousands of other people. In the state of Florida, anyone of any age can receive it, but other states are much, much more restrictive. So before you get sick, I'd look into seeing what treatments you have available to you. The most shocking thing about this whole experience is that I was surprised my husband and I got hit as hard as we did. I've had friends who have only experienced cold-like symptoms when they came down with COVID. Some only lost their taste and smell, but we were not as lucky. But I'm sad to tell all the haters out there that I'm better now, and I have the best governor in the country, Ron DeSantis, to thank for that.
No, not really. You have a treatment that apparently helped you good, but DeSantis is very much objectively not the best governor in the country by any fucking metric. Don't sit here on my stream and try to fucking, jack off fucking Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is an incompetent buffoon who tries to sit here and weasel his way around with a bunch of his, Trump bullshit. And is going around actively being a detriment to his own goddamn state. That's why COVID cases have been fucking high in Florida. So many people have died in Florida because of Ron fucking DeSantis and his bullshit. fuck off with that shit. Again, glad you're better, Caitlin. That's great. You shouldn't have to suffer through that. No one should. So good for you. I'm glad that this treatment that isn't as effective as the vaccine, at the very least, helped you and your husband do better. That's great. Regardless of my personal feelings about you as a person and your opinions and your ideals and how much I really don't agree with your monarchism and a lot of other takes you have, I'm happy you at least survived and seem to not be suffering long-term effects. That's great. Others aren't so fucking lucky. So the responsible thing should be, hey, you, I'm sorry, haters, I survived. Go get vaccinated, and hey, look into this thing too, maybe. It might be helpful. It's experimental, and it's still kind of out on things. But hey, it seemed to do some good. Maybe look into it. That's at least somewhat responsible of a take. You know? I'm not saying you should go get this. I'm not very up on it. I mean, I'm really not up too much on it. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. But, you know, I mean, it's the FDA issued an emergency use authorization for 2. Okay, at the very least, the FDA has seemed to have approved this a little while back. The FDA did. So, okay, this is at least an FDA-approved thing. But it is not a replacement for the fucking vaccines. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, no. Oh my god. Sorry, that just hurt. That was... It's 2021. Are we really still... Is anyone doing that stupid thing still? Like, that meme? Like, unironically, in 2021, that isn't, you know, boomerish? Okay. I haven't heard too much about it here and there, like... But yeah, I'm glad that it's at least something that's good to help, you know, fight COVID. That's great. And again, it's an FDA-approved thing. If you have access to it, that's great. Still, get the vaccine, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that this is like... It's experimental in the sense that it's not widely used and it's still being studied. It's at least FDA-approved. It was an emergency approval, which is fine. The vaccines were too. And they're doing generally well. Barring people not getting it and causing mutations to continue, which is going to cause more breakthroughs. But, you know. Not from what I was seeing. Coronavirus, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, coronavirus COVID-19 update. FDA authorizes monoclonal antibodies for treatment of COVID-19. So there is at least... It's here. This was at the end of last year. So it's still not the best things. I don't know if it has. This is just the most up-to-date thing I've seen. I might be wrong. There's an opinion piece. The Tennessean here is charging to read shit. Fuck you. Let me see if I can find a... I don't know much about Healthline, but I will just read through this. I mean, I'm not going to click on everything. Yeah, it's lab-grown antibodies can help the immune system fight the coronavirus, but there's no substitute for the COVID-19 vaccine. This is still like a relatively new articles from the 25th of last month. Demand spiking for the antibodies. With low vaccination rates, couldn't have fucking imagined why. This experimental treatment uses laboratory-made proteins that mimic the immune system's ability to fight off harmful antigens, such as viruses, like SARS-CoV-2. Hey, Magnetar, how you doing? Welcome. We're discussing COVID, because Caitlin Bennett survived it. And good. As I've been saying, we don't want to wish death on people. You know, we're going to be responsible, decent people. Try to be. You know, and not wish death on the people that have been duped by bad faith actors when it comes to COVID and treatments. Especially for people with weakened immune systems who may not generate a robust response to the vaccines and other high-risk severe illnesses. Okay. They can start to clear the the coronavirus within hours of being infused intravenously into the body. This treatment may not work for everyone. That's why experts recommend that people get fully vaccinated against COVID, which is, known to prevent severe illness and hospitalization due to disease. So yeah, this is still not a fully endorsed thing, but yeah, it's at the very least not, ivermectin. It's at least something that's been made to help. So yes, if you have access to it, and you're sick with COVID, if you've gotten sick, sure, go. Get that. But get the fucking vaccine. Just get the fucking vaccine. Glad she's not dead. Bummed she's still gonna be spouting your bullshit. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Don't want her dead, but that means we still have to deal with her dumb fuckery. It is what it is. But again, her and her husband didn't die from it. And they got it seemed to at least be pretty moderate to, I guess in Caitlin's case, a bit more severe.
So that was my exciting experience and why I haven't filmed a video in a hot minute. I didn't want to dive into the politics around COVID because 1, I'd probably get banned, and 2, I just wanted to share my experience with you guys so that you can prepare for when it happens to you. It was not fun.
For when it happens, you can prevent it from happening, at least to a much higher percentage if you get vaccinated, Caitlin. Just say.
For me.
Just say.
And I probably would have had it so much worse if I didn't find a treatment center to receive antibodies.
We can just start making medical treatments free to everybody for whatever thing. I think that'd be a great thing. I'm glad you're able to walk in somewhere and able to get treatment for free. That's great. For when it happens, yeah, exactly. You can get the fucking vaccine. Correct answer.
If you guys want to hear more about our experience, we have a full-length episode up right now at libertyhangout.tv.
I will say this, at least they're not COVID-denying dipshits. At least that. This is that Thanos is not inevitable. True. Very, very true. All right. So that's the end for Caitlin. The last little bit's gonna be talking about the website, and I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna let Caitlin endorse through her video on my stream. Not happening. But that's that. Next up, how about we go visit Peter in La La Land as we discuss the Space Force has alien technology. Truly the most advanced of things are to come. Show on your own time, correct. Oh no. And yeah, this came out just a little while ago, like about an hour ago. Roughly. Maybe a little bit more. So I don't know if Hannah covered it today, but I'm covering it here. So for those that don't know, Peter here is a very avid Trump supporter. We're talking very avid. We're talking QAnon. We're talking that even after the audit in Arizona proved not only that Biden won, but that Biden won by a bigger margin than originally thought because things got fucked up and things got missed. So, but it's still apparently a hoax. Trump apparently, yes, still actually won. And yeah, Peter doesn't live in reality. Peter and reality have a very hands-off relationship, as in they're not involved with each other at all. So it's pretty fresh off the presses. So I've not watched this. I don't know. Now Peter's usually not somebody that's gonna say a bunch of slurs or anything, so I don't have to really worry about that too much. But let's see what good old Peter has for us today. Why is everything just so scrunched? I swear. Let me stretch this out a little bit. Sorry. There we go. Much, I guess, better. The most Peter and reality have shared is a passing glance. I don't even think that. At least not over the last couple years. Anyway, let's see.
Welcome back, Patriots. It's Peter Hanna here. I want to add some thoughts to my previous video where I said that Trump controls the Space Force. I'm going to go even further with that and talk about something that I mentioned in my live stream last night. I don't think he just controls the Space Force. I think there's a specific reason he controls the Space Force.
Okay. No. There's no precious here. Peter is not precious at all. Peter is a completely gullible fool. He is somebody. I have no sympathy almost at this point for Peter because he is actively being an idiot. He has been shown time and again where he is wrong. He refuses to accept that he's wrong and just moves the goalposts over and over and just keeps spouting bullshit. No, no, I am past any kind of sympathy for Peter. For Peter's kids, yes. For Peter's wife, I don't know much about her, but for now, yes. Unless she's very much like Peter, then no. But at the very least, for his family, I have sympathy. For him, no. No. Mm-mm. Guy doesn't take his kids to the doctor for treatment for medical problems? No. Yeah, he was doing that. He doxed Hannah's email on stream, if I remember correctly. Yeah, something like that with the way his little gun cult is. Yeah, it was an arranged marriage essentially. Weird Moonies. Yeah, Peter's not bright, Magnetar. Peter's not bright at all. Peter streams. We are not checking in on that stream. He's supposed to be streaming tonight. I don't know if he's still going. But don't. Don't. I'm not going there. But yeah, for those that are not in the know with Peter here, those that might be watching the highlight and that, Peter here thinks that Trump is in charge of the Space Force, as just said. That Trump is only in control of the Space Force. Peter believes that Trump has that future knowledge thing. The whole conspiracy where Trump has like this magical technology that lets him see into the future and whatever. It's so dumb. Like, he believes in some of the weirdest shit. The guy thinks he's been abducted by aliens. Okay, Peter's not well. No, Cajun, we're gonna be good. Also, because I didn't say it, hi Cajun, how are you doing, you wonderful person, you? Peter's chat has to be 30% insane people who agree with him and 0% Hannah's fans who go there just to watch the train wreck. Yeah, that sounds about accurate. That really does. You know what? At least they've not turned into call for an uprisings people because, oh boy, has calls people been at it lately. They've been targeting Surus, as we found out today in Hannah's stream. But, just saying, Peter's fans are at least not as bad as Call's fans. But as Peter fans are probably still pretty, yeah. A little bit, but they've been spam reporting Surus, one of Surus's videos recently over on YouTube for racism because I guess one of the people that was in the video happened to be a black man. I think it was a black man. It might have been a black woman. I don't remember. And because he called the guy stupid or an idiot or something, I forget the exact context because I haven't watched Surus's videos lately. Just haven't had the time to focus on them, and they're false flagging him for racism on YouTube. Like, you fucked with Call, now you're gonna find out kind of shit is what they're doing. So, my advice, go to Patreon and complain about Call for an Uprising so you can get his ass taken off there, really cut into his funding. Because people like Call for an Uprising are bad faith actors. They're disgusting people, transphobic, bigoted pieces of shit that don't deserve to have a platform. So if you can, go to Patreon and make sure that you do what you can to get Call taken off there. Get into his wallet, because that is the main part of his income, because he keeps getting demonetized everywhere else. Go do everyone a favor. Do that. He's earned it. Exactly. We don't know why either. That's why people should be reporting to Patreon about this, for that kind of stuff that he does. Definitely. It has to be violating their TOS. Has to be. Yeah, very well adjusted, sensible people. That's what we'll call it. Anyway, back to Trump's Space Force alien technology thing.
In the 1950s, you've heard of Roswell, right? A crash landed, they were alien bodied.
There was not. This never happened. It was a weather balloon. We have seen the fucking pictures. There was no alien crash in Roswell. There were no bodies, unless you count the body of the fucking weather balloon and the technology that might have been involved with it, sure. Alien, god damn it.
And
It's
we reverse
2021.
engineer the technology. And since that day, there was a new organization born called Majestic 12.
Wait. Hold. Didn't you disassociate with Majestic 12, Peter? Am I wrong? Wait, no, hold. I thought... Oh, we're both watching it. Okay. I guess I didn't know Hannah was still going or not. I'm here. Hi, Robot. Yeah, but didn't... Robot, tell me, am I wrong? Didn't Peter, like, stop listening to Majestic 12? Didn't Peter say that... No, he admitted to what? That he'd stopped watching, that he didn't believe them anymore? Am I wrong? Am I just wrong? Did I mishear this information? Am I misremembering? So why is he fucking talking about them again? What? Peter! We thought you were actually having a minor breakthrough and realizing they were... Jesus goddamn Christ, Peter. No! No! What the fuck? Alright, sure, why not? Let's keep going.
The real Majestic 12. And
Oh, the real! The other one was fake Majestic 12. This is the real Majestic 12. God damn it, Peter.
and eventually ended up getting corrupted. But a lot of these projects that Majestic 12 were working on were black projects. They were secret projects from the government, and they were working on them, and they were advancing this alien technology. And at some point, I guess over decades, the U.S. government did collect a lot of alien technology and did reverse engineer a lot of it. I do think we have fleets of alien spaceships that could travel, you know, to another planet in just a matter of minutes.
What? What? We have fleets of spaceships. The U.S. government has fleets of spaceships that can, in minutes, travel to other planets. But for some reason, we have to focus on SpaceX and Elon Musk or fucking Jeff Bezos and wherever the Virgin Mobile guy is. We have to focus with their money to provide rocket technology to get into fucking space right now because we don't have the shuttle program anymore. But no, the U.S. government has reverse engineered fucking faster than light travel spaceships that can get us to planets in minutes. Peter, why are you so dumb? I'm not gonna be nice here. Why are you so fucking dumb, you gullible piece of shit? Why? No. God, I can't with this. What? He's like a comedy character on fucking X-Files. At least their aliens exist. God. I mean, yeah, I wish we did too. His face. I mean, there's better pause faces out there, I'll give you that one. This is just like... this is someone that has no thoughts. This is Peter's natural state. It's when the wind passes through his ears and you hear a hollow ooh as it passes through. God damn it. It's just... Let's continue, shall we?
And that all of that technology is concentrated in the Space Force. A lot of people that theorize that... Sorry, there's a lot of people that theorize that the Space Force is a kind of way... you know, remember when a few years back...
No.
The Pentagon had to admit that they'd lost trillions and trillions of dollars. They lost trillions of dollars.
Yeah, I can believe that our government, especially when it comes to war, profiteering and stuff like that, can easily lose money. It's called bad management. And considering how much money the government spends, it is easy for them to lose a lot of money. We don't know all the specifics, but I believe in their incompetence. I 100% believe in their incompetence. This is general human error just to a big degree because it's a group of humans making bad mistakes. But you think that this money was lost, quote unquote, because it was funneled into the Space Force, Space Technology. God, I can't do this.
They don't even know how many trillions they lost. That went into black projects involving reversing alien technology.
I can believe it went to secret projects. Fine. I can believe they tried to do that and still lost track of it and are shitty at fucking bookkeeping. But not faster than light travel spaceships. As far as we know, that's not something that's possible at the moment, okay? If there's one thing I can believe in, it's that the U.S. government will fuck something up. Not even just the U.S. government, most governments, but yeah, the U.S. government is very prone to fuck-ups of various ways.
Solve it. And from my understanding, is that Trump got all the alien technology and put it into a branch called the Space Force and made these black projects somewhat public. One of
then where are the fucking
people
ships?
Watching me, who was on the left, said, "Don't you know the Space Force is a bunch of people sitting in an office?"
I mean, yeah, they're... Peter, do you think they're out in fucking space right now in orbit? I mean, you probably fucking do, but FTL is literally impossible with our current understanding of physics, yes. Okay, but have you not seen the movies, Zan? FTL is totally a thing. Oh, yeah, I mean, I too have watched the documentaries of Han Solo and his friend Chewbacca traveling the stars. And I've gone to visit Starfleet over in San Francisco. I completely remember all of these from when I was in school, obviously. Maybe as a TBI? No. He's just really gullible. This is the guy who got scammed by somebody, and his takeaway was, don't just openly trust, somebody with thousands of dollars. It was, I shouldn't trust people in wheelchairs. Okay? He's just dumb. You went on vacation once to force move indoor? Yeah, I've heard you shouldn't feed the Ewoks. I heard they can get a little testy. A little bitey.
But the fact is, the Space Force is the most powerful military branch, and it appears to me, let me go in the comment section if you disagree, that Trump controls this powerful section.
He doesn't. He literally doesn't. He has no control of any part of the government because he is not the president anymore. Peter. Given that he grew up in a cult and probably ingests a fuck ton of drugs and regularly probably has issues. I mean, yeah, on that front. But, I mean, he's still willfully fucking stupid at this point. He's willingly ignoring facts. I'm sorry. I like I said earlier, I have lost any sympathy for Peter at this point. And if others want to have sympathy for Peter, that's fine. That's your prerogative. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't. And I'm sure a lot of us don't have sympathy for Peter anymore. Like I said, for Peter's family, like the wife and kids, yeah, definitely. Definitely sympathy's there. But not for him. I don't. Yeah, you feed one Ewok and then you have an entire troop that won't leave you alone. Happened to my sister. Damn it. You gotta be careful with that, Magnetar, I swear. You never know. Then they start following you home. Then in the middle of the night you have them playing drums outside your house. Wanting some leftovers. It's just not that good.
The military, and I've been saying for a long time, he has to control, at the very least, the Space Force.
Why does he have to?
Against the deep state, because they have everything else. But since the Space Force is where the alien technology is at, that means that he has the upper hand all the time, because a few pieces of alien technology are way more powerful than 1 billion soldiers.
Then why hasn't Trump done anything yet? What's he waiting for, Peter? It is August, it's September, it's almost October. Peter, why is he waiting so long? Why has he waited nearly 10 months to do anything, Peter? If he's got this massive technology and he can start saving people because he's the Ubermensch of the right, as it were, why hasn't he done this, Peter? Why hasn't he? Why hasn't he gotten Space Force to suit up, fire up their ships, and like go and say, hey, I'm still the president. It was a lie. Here are my spaceships. We're gonna shoot all of you that don't listen to me, and I promise you, it'll be a big explosion. The biggest explosions, the best explosions. We have the best ships. Believe me. Why hasn't he, Peter? Do tell. I have some sympathy for Peter, but it's overshadowed by how infuriatingly stupid and unwilling to learn he is. I'm that, but without the sympathy part, I can't anymore. Even if Trump told him he wasn't in control anymore, he would still say that Trump had to say that because of the deep state. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. That is exactly what would happen. I believe that 100%. That's what he do, because the shit he does every time.
If depending on which alien technology they are. So I'm very excited about this. Obviously, this is a theory that a lot of people have theorized. This is combining one theory with another, combining the theory that he controls the Space Force with the theory that the Space Force is a collection of all the alien technology collected by the government over decades. If true...
It's not true. It's not even a hypothesis at this point. I mean, it's barely a... I mean, to be fair, it is... No, they don't. You can have theories and be bad theories, because this isn't talking about scientific theories. That's a different kind of theory. This is more of the Sherlock Holmes style of theory. I theorize this is how it went, Watson. That kind of thing. It's that kind of theory. The colloquial kind of theory for investigations. Not the science kind. I will at least be fair on that front. This is more like game theory kind of theory, though. It's not even that. Jesus Christ.
This is very exciting, and I'm very hopeful about it. If you've gotten this far in the video, I just want to give you guys an update. A little off my game today. I'm a little bit distracted. I've been having some personal issues. I got 2 family members who are, their health is declining, and
why are they declining, Peter? Like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm sorry that you're having, family-related problems right now as far as health and that. I sympathize with that. I hope this isn't a COVID-related thing, because that's dangerous considering how we know you are. So I hope that they will improve, and if not, my sympathies. Legit.
it's pretty sad, and it's creating a lot of stress on me, my family, and my wife, and that's been weighing me down a lot.
This is where I can have some sympathy. That's just a theory, a QAnon theory. Thanks for watching, says Magnetar.
It's the one thing in my life that's really I've been struggling with and been pretty bothered by, but you guys, this channel, those nice sweet compliments, those patriots who believe in me or trust me, or at the very least know that I am an honest guy who... You're not an honest guy. I sympathize that you're going through something because of the health of your family members. And again, I sympathize. But Peter, you're not an honest person. You're not. You're honest with your stupidity. You're honest with your naivete. You're honest when it comes to your gullibility. But you're not an honest person. Because if you were, you'd be able to sit there and realize, hey, you know what? I was wrong about this. I've let myself go down, this rabbit hole, and I just keep moving the goalpost, and it's dishonest to do so. Then you would be an honest guy. You're not an honest guy. Who is a patriot, who's trying to make a difference. You guys leaving those comments in the comment section really do brighten my day. Don't think that I don't read the comment section. Sometimes I don't reply because the comment is too truthful, but I read every comment. And those nice comments actually do make a difference in my life, and I really do appreciate them. So God bless you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last thing, I won't be doing a live stream tonight. I'm just gonna take some time off. I plan on doing a live stream, but
Okay.
there's no news really to talk about, and I think I need some time to just.
You just spent like 4 of us minutes talking about Trump has alien technology. I'd call that fucking news, wouldn't you? You could have gone and talked about that.
Relax and go in my man cave and contemplate life a little bit.
Your man cave? You mean the room that you have the one TV you used to do videos in?
Thank you, everyone, so much. I appreciate it. God bless you and God bless America.
So that was Peter. Well, at the very least, we're ready for Independence Day when it actually happens, I guess. I do not want to know what Peter's man cave is decorated with. It's probably got a lot of Trump posters up. There's probably a little bullet crown hanging somewhere or sitting somewhere. Probably some other guns. Maybe the little subscribe sign that's no longer there. 40 fucking life-size cardboard cutouts of Trump. There you go. Oh, shit. But that was Peter. So we're gonna take a slight break from that stuff, and we're gonna enjoy a little case cooking, just to kind of cleanse a little in an odd way. So how about some chicken teriyaki a la K?
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again. And today I'm going to be making a chicken teriyaki. As you can see, I've got the, well, you can't tell, but I've got the pan on, and it says put the chicken in. It says, come on.
I don't know why that may be uncomfortable.
It's got to cook on its own. I don't know if I told you, but I did put some oil in before, and
I don't know why that was
it
uncomfortable.
says it's got to cook until it's golden brown. Now, as you can see, I've got a piece of garlic.
No.
I've already top and tailed it, so
You just have to crush it.
I waste a lot of garlic, but
You just have to crush it.
I don't like a lot of garlic.
That
So
was,
all I'm going to do is just
that was good. That's what it sounds like, Cajun. God damn it.
crush it up.
That's not how you do it, Kay. Kay, you can just the flat side of the damn thing and do it that way.
Crushing it until it's,
Why do you have to do it the?
until it's crushed up. What more
Because-
can I say? But
Because she's Kay.
so keep crushing it up. And I need
Kay,
to chicken
why?
cooking while I'm
But don't cut it that way.
doing these. Come here. Keeps escaping
Yeah,
from me.
it tis a shiny knife.
So,
I'm waiting for her to cut her
I
stuff.
think
Wouldn't be
I
the
can
first
get
time
any
she's done
finer than
it.
that. So I'll just, well,
That's not how you. Sure, why not? I'm not even gonna
yes,
argue
I
now.
think that's okay.
Like, I don't cook, and I know that's not how you do
I'm
it.
going to add a tablespoon of
Yeah.
rice white rat wood what?
That's a new thing that's come out.
Rice white wine. Wow. Now I'm going to put the garlic in all over.
That deserves to be locked
Not
away in her
really
nightmare
sweet.
dungeon. Yeah. Yeah, like Kay isn't
So
a
I'm
bad
gonna
person, just a
scrub-
not great
I'm
cook.
going to scrub that in. I'm going to rub that in. Well, I'm not rubbing it in, am I?
Stir.
Stirring it in.
Queer Who Bear, do we need to have an intervention? Oh, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd trust her. I might get sick. I would be too scared of getting sick. She does not cook things properly. She cross contaminates. No way. I'm good. You can risk it. I'm not. Hey, at the very least, she does what Dave can't. An entertaining cooking show. Her lighting's better. Her sound is generally better. It's hard to understand her because of her accent sometimes, but you know.
Like a stir fry. It's not a stir fry.
Oh
It's
god,
a
I don't know what it
stir.
is. But it's just all gray.
Right, and now I'm going to put some soya sauce in. I might need a little bit more because I don't think I've got enough there. So,
Ugh.
See if I can mix it all around.
Yeah, that wasn't enough, I don't think. If you were going to put it in there, I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it.
I don't think I put enough in.
I've never cooked chicken teriyaki, so I don't know. But I feel like you probably should put a little bit more than that.
Might not though, but
Yeah. I would say check what you're supposed to, like, check your measurements. Measure things. Measure things. That's all I'm saying.
I know I didn't show you the putting the rest of the soy sauce on, but that's what it's supposed to look like, all coated. Now I'm going to add
Except
the
a lot of them,
water.
there are several not coated, really, but okay.
Thank you. Now I'm going to add the water to it.
How much water is going to be added?
Because I wash all the bloody soy sauce off. Never mind, never mind. Ooh. Oh, it's quiet now. And it does say to cook this for 2 to 3 minutes on a medium heat. Now, it's already on the medium heat, so I'm going to leave it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, I kind of was
And
too.
that is the end product.
Oh.
Now it's time for the taste test.
Right, let's do the taste test. Very strange. It's just chicken. There's no flavour to it at all. Just normal chicken flavour. How?
Because she didn't do it right.
Right, as Lee said, there's no taste in it, but I can't understand because of all the stuff that was put in it, but
All of the stuff, a little garlic and some soy sauce and water. That's all you put in. There's no... Kay! Darling! No! You didn't do anything to it. You didn't do much for it. Did you follow a recipe even? Yeah, that blink for sure. Oh god, Kay. Because I was like, it looks so like plain and gray, and the soy sauce barely helped. You cooked out all the flavor that it had. You didn't add anything to give it flavor. Poor Kay.
anyway, there's going to be a link to the description to my merchandise. If you like what you see, please keep viewing me. If you want to give me a thumbs up, please feel free.
Though you've disabled the like and dislikes. Yeah, poor Kay. That was another failure on that one. Like, not even like the spectacular fashion. It's just like it felt so half-assed, and I'm wondering if she just didn't read a recipe or just like glanced at one and only got part of it. Man, that's rough. So, with that being said, how about some vegan teacher? Let's go from eating chicken to talking about, is vegan teacher friends with non-vegans? Oh yes, Magnetar. This is a painter heel style night, baby, without the painter heel needed. Yeah. Oh no, it's got a little worse. So I don't know if you've caught this one recently, but there's another vegan content creator out there who is very much a 9/11 was a good thing kind of person. And she has a video featuring him on her channel. His discussion on why 9/11 was a good thing. Because it killed meat eaters. And he has no sympathies for them. So, a pretty monstrous motherfucking person is what she was showcasing on her channel. Like she was endorsing it. Yeah. We're not watching. Yeah. Alright, later, Cajun. Thanks for hanging. What are you having for dinner? I hope there's a lot of meat and some veg in there. It's, you know, a nice balanced diet. I just... Let's see what she's got for us.
People ask, are you friends with people who aren't vegan? Well, it's not that simple.
I mean, it is. I'm friends with people who are vegan. Whether, you know, people I know in person, from around, you know, where I live and stuff, and online. I'm friends with people who are vegan. I'm friends with people who are vegetarian. I'm friends with people who are like me and omnivorous, eat meat, eat veggies, all that good stuff, you know? There's no reason I can't have friends that differ from me when it comes to, you know, ideology as far as involving food and animals.
If, let's say, people don't know what happens to the animals, it hasn't really clicked in their heads yet what's
Good news, I know what happens to the animals. So,
going on. And they're kind of innocent. You know, they just really don't believe what's going on in these factory farms.
No,
They
I believe it,
honestly
and it's
think
disgusting.
in other countries
it should be better.
and not where they are. Then you kind of have to forgive them because they just don't know better. But let's say you've explained to somebody in your life several times about what's going on, and you've asked them to watch the documentaries, and they just point blank refuse or just are committing themselves to willful ignorance.
People just want to survive and eat food because we need food to survive. So, yeah. Vegan lifestyle is not attainable for a lot of people, especially when you live in countries that have food deserts or that don't have a good economy as far as paying people. So they can't afford a lot of the vegan food because it's a bit expensive, whereas the cheaper alternatives are a bit more plentiful for them. So your McDonald's and stuff like that, or your bulk buys, you know, for meats and stuff. Yeah, exactly. She's not 100% wrong. It is more ethical. But yeah, not only is she just a bad person, and she is, she makes terrible arguments. But, yeah. So, look, I'll say this. If tomorrow they released a vegan meat, if they released various vegan meats tomorrow, you know, a vegan chicken, vegan beef, vegan lamb, whatever, you know, vegan meats that tasted pretty much the same as the real thing, were better ethically sourced, were made, you know, more available to everybody, and were priced better, I would be fine switching over to those instead. You know, I'm not gonna say I'd never eat out somewhere else because, you know, they're still gonna serve meat, and hey, a lot of places still aren't serving that. But hey, you know, I would at least make a more conscious effort to go more vegan in that aspect and have vegan style meats and stuff. I'd be fine with that. I really would. I've had, you know, Impossible Burgers and veggie burgers and stuff like that before, and they're not bad. They're fine. I like them, okay? But I mean, that's not the case. It's really not the case. A lot of it's still expensive. Organic stuff is still really expensive. I will say I ate an Impossible Burger recently. It was better than most of the burgers I've eaten at fast food places. Yeah, I think that it has a better taste. I don't like burgers really that much. I really don't. Like, as far as like stuff like tacos, like Taco Bell, which good on you, Queer Who Bear, for getting some Taco Bell. I would like some Taco Bell, but I can't have that right now. Yeah. Like, I like fish. So if they had an alternative for fish, sure. They had an alternative for beef, fine, because I don't eat a lot of beef as it is. Or at least I don't try to, because I try to cut back on red meats and porks a bit. Chicken, yeah, I would gladly eat those if they were available, you know, more readily available and priced better and tasted better. Okay? I'm willing to meet you to that part. But sushi is just really good. I don't know how they would be able to imitate fish, honestly. I really don't. but what I'm saying is, I'm ignorant willfully in your opinion. Even on that, I do know what happens, and it's disgusting, and we should do better when it comes to treating animals. Even if they're going to be slaughtered, that doesn't mean they should live in abject torment and in horrible conditions before they get there. I agree that the way it's done majorly is wrong. That doesn't mean I'm not going to eat meat. Yeah, factory farming is an ethical crisis, exactly. But that doesn't mean that eating animals is wrong, generally speaking. I'm sorry. We do still exist in nature. The way we go about doing it is an ethical issue, yes. But just the act of eating meat does not make us morally wrong, I don't think. And this is my opinion. You might have a different opinion. Because again, we are animals. Animals eat various things. Some are herbivores, some are carnivores, some are omnivores. Humans, as a part of the great apes, are omnivorous. That's a general fact of apes. They're omnivorous. They'll eat plants, and berries and stuff like that. And they'll eat meat. That's nature. We are not above nature in that aspect. So I don't think it's wrong for us to eat meat. I do think the way we go about it is wrong. But again, I also think that, at some point maybe we can get above that. Maybe we get to a point where it's going to be healthier and we eat, more vegan stuff. And that's fine. I have no problem switching over to that if it was made more readily available, financially. It would be a more viable option for everyone. Animals are innocent. Yeah. I don't think we're necessarily not innocent because we eat them. Because again, the big difference is that we use tools. That's the biggest thing, is that we use tools. Nope. I choose not to listen to any of her music if it's one of hers. Because I have taste, and I respect my sanity.
Can you be friends with them? Well, how would you feel?
Oh, this'll be good.
You knew that one of your best friends or a family member was paying people to hurt cats.
That's not the same thing. That's animal cruelty and torture. And again, as a society, we've agreed that cats are not food. Generally, at least here. Hold please for link. No, you're not doing this to me. Yeah. It can be really expensive really quick, yeah.
Was your neighbor was eating cats, or your cousin was eating cats?
Again, as a society, we've agreed that cats aren't food. So that'd be a problem, because societally, we've agreed that certain animals are pets. Yeah, you can't throw links into your... I haven't, for some reason, added you on there. Sorry. If you want to whisper it to me, I should be able to get it. Let me switch over here real quick to this. And mute myself. 1 second. There. Ah, there you go. Now you can post the link. Thank you, robot. Oh. That didn't work. Huh. That didn't work. Just whisper it to me. You should be able to just whisper it to me. We'll keep listening, but no, again. Thank you, Autumn. Oh, Jesus Christ. We have, again, the social contract that is our society. We agree that animals like dogs and cats are pets. Rats are pets. Certain birds are pets. Now, some of the birds are also pets or food. We also agree that pigs are pets or food. It varies. It's just how humans have decided to do this. Now, you can personally decide that more animals are not that. What? Zach came in trying to be a... Zach, did you come in trying to be a smartass and got Nightbot mad? Okay. Oh boy. Alright. We'll look at it after we finish this. Oh god. I did sick. Trying to have a fight with Nightbot and losing. By the way, congrats again on the closing on the house. Big happies for all of you. Now you gotta get ready to start painting it. My new garden job. Oh shit. I needed that. Ooh. 69 square feet. Ooh. Nice. Nice. So yeah, we're watching some vegan teachers see if vegan teacher can be friends with non-vegans.
Or somebody else that's really close to you in your life, a really good friend, was eating dogs. And you explain to them that this causes a lot of suffering and pain, and that it also hurts you just to know that it goes on because you're an animal rights activist. It's pretty hard to keep respecting people like that.
Well, I have no respect for you, so I don't really give a fuck if you respect me or not, you piece of shit. But still, that's just me. I eat dogs just to make her mad. Sick.
Because they have a choice.
I mean, hot dogs, yes.
And they're choosing to be cruel on purpose.
No, we want to survive. We want to eat food. So, again, fuck you, vegan teacher.
So,
Boston Terriers specifically. Oh, why you don't want the other you don't want the rat terrier?
my answer is no. I can't be friends with people like that.
That's fine. You shouldn't be friends with people like you.
I can't trust them to have integrity or to be kind.
What are you sending me? People say, okay. Okay. So this is, what would Jesus do? Probably not this. Okay.
Fanatical, and they've kind of lost their mind, but I don't really see it. Everything seems like pretty normal. Pretty normal. So people say Trump supporters...
Okay. Will do, Courier Bear, will do. We'll listen to it after this. Yeah. Yep, just having a normal one. We were watching Peter have a normal one earlier. You missed Peter. I don't know if you were watching on Hannah's stream, but you missed Peter talking about how Space Force has reverse engineered alien technology to the point that they have faster than light travel spaceships, and that Trump is in control of that. Seriously, you just kissed me with chocolate over your mouth. Go. I don't know how my kids, specifically my son, cannot manage to get food in his mouth, but all around his lips, too.
And it's unfortunate. I will be polite to them. I will, have basic interactions with them, but will I ever fully trust them? No.
Oh no. How? You okay?
Right.
Good night.
The vegan teacher, really?
Go. See, even my daughter knows the vegan teacher, really. Space Force has been reverse racist by aliens. Kids are artists and the world's their canvas. I mean, not with that one, I hope.
Why aren't you vegan yet?
Because it's too pricey and the food is generally not that great. That's simple. That's simple. Make better food, make it more affordable, and I'll eat more vegan food, and you might get me to become more vegan. How about that? Also, quit being a massive cunt. That'd be great too. You don't have to be a cunt to be a vegan. You don't have to be a complete dickhead to be a vegan. You don't have to be an utter piece of shit to be vegan. You can still be a decent person, and we can disagree on some stuff, and we can still be friends, and you can still be vegan, and I can still not be vegan, and still eat meat, and we can still be friends, because we do agree on certain things. It's finding commonality. That's fine. But people like you, vegan teacher, I can't be friends with. I really can't. Yeah, if the Impossible Burger was more affordable, yeah, I definitely would buy it more often. But I don't buy burgers that often. I eat chicken mostly. I prefer chicken.
Honestly. What stops you?
Money, mainly. Money. Money. Finances. The economy. Wages. Are those specific enough for you? Are they specific? Am I being specific enough?
Is laziness an okay excuse?
I'm not even going to keep pausing every 5 seconds. Just let her go.
If you were the victim and someone said, well, I just can't be bothered to Google the recipes, or it's just too hard for me to just reach for the soy milk instead of the cow milk. It's just too hard.
Fun fact, I have actually tried non-dairy milk. I've tried 2 different kinds. I've tried oat milk, and I've tried almond milk. The oat milk was not that good. Really didn't like it. The almond milk wasn't bad. I think I don't think it's good enough to replace milk for me, normal milk. But almond milk is pretty tasty. I don't know if I can handle it being like my main milk. It's got a sweetness to it that I like, but I don't think it's gonna be enough for me. It still feels really watery. Yeah, I mean, I prefer regular milk. I have like a glass of milk for breakfast. That's about it. I don't drink milk like all day. But yeah, yeah, because again, the difference between using milk and stuff like almond milks and oat milks and stuff like that, or even like any of the soy-based ones, is that they're really watery. They don't have that kind of like thickness to them, like normal pasteurized milk does. So.
Would you respect that person? If somebody was pinning down dogs and cats and taking milk from them?
Listen here. The person that compares eating meat to the Holocaust has no room to talk about not respecting other people and not... You can take your self-righteous, pretentious bullshit and fuck right off with it. Fuck all the way off with it. Fuck off into space and beyond. The fuck away. Someone's looking at talking. I can't. I'm not even responding to that one.
Or if you knew somebody was taking, say, the eggs of geese or swans, just going around outdoors and gathering them and just taking them because they wanted eggs, because they can't live without eggs.
One, I don't necessarily know how good their eggs are. Two, I'm pretty sure, at the very least, geese, depending on the geese, are protected. Their eggs are, so you can't actually do that. It is illegal. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure here in the U.S., at least when it comes to like Canadian geese and stuff like that, it's illegal to do anything to their eggs. I worked at a mall at one point. I was doing overnight cleaning, and geese would lay eggs. They would nest around the mall, in various spots, and they would lay eggs. And these fuckers would cross, like, traffic straight across, like, 4-way roads. Like, it's two lanes each way. And they would cross the roads, not giving a fuck. Just a whole flock of them walking across. That's how prevalent they were where I worked. There was a risk of you running them over by accident. It was not an uncommon thing to see happen as far as, like, geese in your path. And the eggs are there. I'm pretty sure you can't fuck with geese eggs. With their eggs. Okay, just saying. Swan, I don't know if that's the case. But frankly, I don't know if they necessarily be good. Eggs are kind of different. Chickens, for instance, have been bred by humans, to produce eggs in a certain way. So I don't know how well the other eggs would be, but again, we have eggs readily available to us that are better alternatives than swan or, goose eggs. Also, you don't fuck with geese. They will fuck you up. In that case, I was the person in the furry costume. Goddammit, Cajun. The funniest thing is that I was going to delete that message and not send it next to you. Accidentally. Sure you did. Sure you did. That's your cover, man. Sure. Okay, wink, wink. And I like eggs, so, yeah.
The animal rights activists, we see all of these animals as being the same.
They're not. They're not. Here's a test for you, vegan teacher. I want you to run the scenario in your head. You have a kitten and a baby. There is a fire. Both are trapped in a burning building. You have the ability to save one. Which are you saving? Are you saving the cat? The kitten, the baby kitten, or the baby human? Who are you saving? One of these is objectively the right answer, generally speaking, because, yeah, even within the laws of nature, quote-unquote the laws of nature, but within how nature works, animals tend to protect their own over other species. That's nature. Now, are you going to save the kitten or the baby, vegan teacher? I would love to have an answer to this. Because are you going to tell me that unless the baby's an asshole, look, even if, I mean, I don't think the baby's going to have a little like toothbrush mustache and a little comb over and be Nazi saluting, so I think you're okay. It's like, I don't know, want to save that baby, but he's a bit of a dick. I don't know. The kitten purrs. The baby just looks at me and spouts racist epithets. I think I might save the kitten. But in all seriousness, if they're the same, which are you picking? It should be a very hard decision for you, vegan teacher. Right? Right?
Cats and dogs are no different than pigs and cows.
I assume that cows and pigs are tastier. Otherwise, we wouldn't have dogs as pets, mainly. We'd have them as food. We would not have, kept them around as companion animals. If we felt they were a viable source of food. We just wouldn't have. I mean, am I wrong on that front? I'm pretty sure that's why dogs aren't eaten, generally speaking. They're helpful, and they probably don't taste good. I don't know, maybe, but I don't necessarily think so. I'm just saying, because considering how humans are, we see an animal and we try eating it, and it's like, if it's tasty enough, it's just going to be something we eat, not be a pet. And there is some crossover. People eat dog, I'm sure, yeah, but I'm saying I can't say for sure whether it's a good meat comparatively to other animals like cows and pigs, because generally those aren't kept as pets. They are sometimes. I've known people that have had pet pigs, and they tend to be adorable, even if they're like the big potbelly kind. But again, we objectively say, hey, these animals are tastier and therefore more likely to be food, whereas these ones aren't as tasty and likely not to be food. It's probably how we kind of divvied them up a little bit over time. And otherwise, we'd be having cat kebabs. You know what I mean? You feel like there's not enough meat on a cat to make worth it? Probably. Yeah, my friend, she had this big black potbelly pig. I forget the thing's name now. It's been so long. It's been several years now, and she had to get rid of him at one point. Friendly guy, pretty big too. But you know, cat kebab has a nice ring to it. I don't think it does personally, but you do you.
Speciesism is a real problem.
No, it isn't. Now, we can treat animals better. We can treat them better, put them in better environments, even if we're going to use them as food sources or use their byproducts as food sources. We could objectively do better than how we handle factory farming right now. That is true. But speciesism is not a real problem. We are higher on the food chain than most things because of our ability to use tools. That is just how evolution has benefited us. We were smart enough to create tools. We were smart enough to create societies. We were smart enough to do various things. That doesn't necessarily mean we're better than them. It just means that we have an advantage over them. And because of our diets, because of how we've evolved, we've not handled them well in a moral and ethical sense. There's ethical ways to do this stuff. Now we can go to full-on veganism, and that would generally be better because then you're not necessarily going to have to harm something to survive, and that would be fine. If we could do lab-grown meat, I'd be for it. If you said, "Hey, we're not gonna have to eat cows and do this stuff anymore. We can grow meat," that'd be cool. I'd be fine with that. Now it's not looking like that's going to be a possibility from more recent studies. It looks like there's going to be a very big cost issue with doing lab-grown meat, so that may not be an attainable thing, and that's sad. Human stupid example A in Peter. But again, I don't disagree with veganism. You know, in the very general sense, I don't disagree with it. Is it more ethical? I do think it is more ethical. That doesn't mean I am going to throw away my health at this point to try to live on a diet that is not conducive to my financial situation. Okay? That's just not how it works. If you want to fix these problems, gotta make the effort there to make it more mainstream and affordable. That simple.
If you knew that somebody was eating horses, would it bother you?
No. I know people that have eaten horse before. I wouldn't eat horse. I have no urge to eat horse. But it's done. So, no. There's your answer.
Some people don't care. And some people would freak out. That's where they draw the line.
Yeah, and that's fine to have that, to draw the line.
Anyway, I'm asking you to think about it. Try to understand our perspective.
No, you try to browbeat everybody into agreeing with you, and then we're all just terrible people who don't deserve common decency in a lot of ways, or according to some of the people that you've shown on your channel, don't deserve to live. So, again, fuck right off.
And try to be vegan from now on. Because you know it's the right thing to do.
Buy it for me then. I can't afford the shit, generally speaking. If you want to pay for my diet, go for it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up.
You know it. And you can do it.
No.
Thanks for listening.
Just
Coming
no.
up on the screen are going to be a bunch of other videos.
No, they're not. We're done with you. I hope you get lost in the woods and we never have to hear from you again. We're not going to be that lucky, but hey, one can dream. Yeah, you hear horse meat's really tasty? I wouldn't know. I've never had the urge to try horse. Like I said, I know people eat horse. It's fine. That's fine, I guess. I don't put horse necessarily in the don't eat category. I think it's weird when people eat alligator or squirrel. and stuff like that. I wouldn't do it. That's just where I draw my lines, but you know. I hope you get lost in the woods. Isn't this all never heard before? Well, there it is. You heard it here first. All right. Let's take a trip back to the shittier part of the internet. How about some Tate speech? The biggest mistake men make as they get old. Are you ready for some Andrew Tate? I don't think you are. I sure as hell ain't. So here we go.
Product placement. Bet you guys never expected the Mars Corporation, with billions and billions, to sponsor Tate Speech. But they do. Hence the key to my near unlimited funds. Caramel and chocolate. Anyway.
So, real quick, Tate, buddy, friendo, dude. You know, if you're making a joke like that, you really can't just say it that way and then not say that, because that can get you in trouble, technically. But like, hey, I'm sponsored by them. Are you though? Because one, there's no sponsored, paid sponsor thing on your video up in the corner there, which usually people do when they have paid sponsorships for video. Also, nothing in your description here. So just saying, kind of risking your channel here doing that kind of stuff. Friendly advice. Don't do that shit. Just saying. Friendly advice for anyone that does YouTube or stuff like that. Don't say like, sponsored by thing, because that kind of shit can get you in trouble now. We'll continue.
I was talking to some bitch. And she's asking me, when am I ever gonna grow up? Grow up?
Yes, grow up.
6'3", bitch. I'm gonna grow up. I'm big and strong and rich. What do you mean grow up? I got a mansion.
You're a man-child, that's why.
I got a supercar collection.
Yes, you have a lot of toys.
Talk about grow up. You're fucking 22. Didn't have fat titties. What are you talking? Talk about grow up.
You can't see it, but I'm gesturing at the screen. That's what she meant. That is what she meant. The immaturity, right there. That whole thing. That's what she meant. Pretty plain and simple. You're a douche. You are a complete tool. You're so far up your own ass, you could lick your molars. All I'm saying is, you're not a very mature person, you know? Mister, I have a comic that shows I can beat Spider-Man. That. Bitcoin. Bitcoin pretty much did. Probably some other minor investing. But Bitcoin probably. Also because he did MMA. I don't need to grow up. Look how many things I own. Well, I can't own a lot of stuff. Checkmate, atheists. Yeah.
You just run around the world with your brother, making Tate confidentials, just driving supercars, just being crazy. When you gonna, grow up and settle down? Growing up and settling down are not the same thing.
Fair. You don't have to settle down. Here's where I'll give Tate. I will give Tate a point. That is correct. Growing up and settling down are not synonymous. That is very true. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You do not have to get married if you don't want to. You do not have to start a family if you do not want to. You can be single your entire life and play the field. You can be in a serious relationship and not have kids. You can have kids and be in a serious relationship. You can be in a poly relationship. You can have a polycule and have a lot of fun kinky sex if you so choose and never have kids. growing up is not marrying. That's not what growing up means. That's something that grown-ups can do, but it's not a prerequisite. So, you know what? For this one thing here, that is a very fair statement from Tate. Growing up and settling down are not the same thing. Now, let's see how he completely and utterly fucks this up, shall we?
Settling down is what happens when a man loses his lust for life.
Yep, that didn't take long. What, a few seconds? Crashed and burned. I'm glad you've not changed. I mean, no, I'm not. I'd rather you actually become a better person. But hey, I'm glad if I was a betting man, I'd at least make a few bucks off you.
Settling down is when a man thinks he's found the best he could possibly ever have. And it's worth sacrificing all of the adventure in his existence to retain. That's what
No?
is.
No.
Nothing to do with maturity. Nothing to do with growing up. I'm very grown.
No, you're not. No. Why couldn't you enjoy your life but with someone you love? Because in Tate's mind, reality doesn't work that way. When you're married, you can't do fun things because you have to be responsible for a family and do things like that. Now, a lot of that is only true in the sense that people can't afford to do shit because, you know, people aren't paid well enough. Because capitalism has a lot of problems, if you didn't know. Some very big glaring ones that we could fix if we did a few social things. But beyond that, Tate is a chauvinistic piece of shit. So that's why he says this stuff. Because to him, women are of lesser value. We know this because he's pretty much said as such in several videos that we've watched before, here and other places. So, you know.
I don't want to sit with you and watch fucking Netflix when I can drive supercars through mountains with my brother. I'd rather go down the mountain pass in my 765 LT with my brother than sit next to you watching bullshit.
Why? Why? I know I'm pausing this often. I just, why? Look, you could do that kind of stuff, hang out with your brother. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with hanging out with a sibling and going to do fun stuff. But you can also do the other stuff too. And it's not bad. So what's wrong with sitting and watching Netflix with somebody? Hey, you know what happens when you watch Netflix with somebody you care about? One, you might find something interesting to watch. Maybe it's something you didn't know you liked. A brand new experience. Maybe you get a little frisky on the couch while you're watching, you know, or wherever you watch your Netflix. You could be in a parking lot watching Netflix and hey, maybe in the car, in the back seat, have a little fun. Who knows? You can adventure with Netflix in your own way. Just saying, you don't have to restrict yourself. But again, you know, Tate, life isn't all fast cars and women with, you know, with tits bouncing around in your face. There are other things to life. The section stream brought to you by Netflix. Oh yeah, totally. It's Netflix sponsorship right here. Me and my just over 300 followers totally has Netflix sponsorship. 100% fucking reality there. Thank you for the sex advice. Hey, sex positivity is the way to go.
That does not make me any less mature than a pussy ass dude who would do that thing. So she's sitting there going,
It does.
well, my
In a lot of
friend
ways, the way you
stopped
react.
He got married, he stopped, blah, blah, blah. And this is the problem with the world today.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Low value men. Try to explain this to her. And by the end of it, she kind of understood. It broke her heart.
Okay. Show of hands who thinks this actually happened, and then show of hands who thinks this is, and then everybody clapped. I want to know. How real is this situation, really? Just saying.
Because by the time she understood it, she realized, shit, my Disney fairy tale idea of finding the perfect man at the right time and him settling down.
Shows my head to the crowd so it can't be seen.
Men never settle down because perfect men don't have to settle down. If you're a low value man, you have to give everything about yourself to try and inspire loyalty from a few. So no man wants to sit home and watch Netflix. No man wants to.
I mean, true, I don't really want to watch Netflix per se. I got Crunchyroll. I got Funimation. I have access to Disney Plus. YouTube exists. There are places I can go to watch things that's not Netflix, so yeah. Yeah, maybe. That's very possible, Cajun.
No man wants to be monogamous. No man wants to do these things. But the only
That's
way
not true. There are some that are.
his
What?
female is loyal to him is that he's with her every day, and he doesn't cheat, and he pretends to enjoy the trips to IKEA on the weekend on his only day off. Yeah, I think those curtains, yeah, maybe.
Some people like doing home decor. Just saying. Netflix has left the chat. Oh no, I have lost my totally real and not fake sponsorship with Netflix. Woe is me. Forsooth, I am alone and forgotten.
Well, they're yellow and the couch is yellow. No man wants that. But if you're a low value man, the only way you can possibly hope that the chick you're with doesn't end up getting fucked by me is to sit there and do all that shit. So you have to
Okay, here's a fact. If I'm with somebody and somehow I'm near where your happy ass is in Europe, and she does sleep with you, 1, it proves she's an idiot, and 2, I'm better off and you can have her. Just saying. I already have been through a marriage that didn't had an issue with faithfulness, so I ain't playing that game again, and you can have them. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's not a healthy relationship, and all you're doing is making it easier for me to not deal with that, and maybe, just maybe, you might catch a disease. Who knows? Because frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if you've caught chlamydia a few times. You dip your stick anywhere that'll let you. I have a pretty good thought on that one. And it's fine to do that. I don't think you're a responsible person, and probably don't wrap it up. But, you know.
have to do.
My opinion, I don't like Tate, so.
Every man out there knows they want their female to be loyal. It's a biological, evolutionary, hardwired trait of masculinity that you get your female to be loyal to only you. Look at the
Okay, except the gay people exist. And they aren't hardwired to have their females be loyal to them. Jesus Christ. Man, it would be so nice if my internet could stop going out randomly for no reason. I'm sorry. Your internet's always shit, feels like. Yeah, only beta cucks wear condoms. Low value men do that. Real men just edge it out and they pull out and risk it all. Because life's all about risks, like fast cars. What is wrong with me tonight?
Look at the Islamic world, or look at the third world. Females get in big trouble for not being loyal. Every man wants a loyal female, right? So low value men have to give up basically their entire existence to inspire loyalty from a female.
No, we don't.
And what I was trying to explain to this bitch is this. I don't have to do that. You've been loyal to me for 3 years. I see you once a month. You cry over me every night. I ain't taking you fucking anywhere. I ain't missed a single day of having fun. I haven't grown up for 10 seconds to keep your ass. You know why? Because I'm a big G. Because there's no other kickboxing world champion, athlete, retired, multi-millionaire with diamond watches and fucking supercars running around who's gonna fuck you but me.
Wow. Those last few seconds were... Woo! Yeah, very secure. Big man, very secure. No, these other, like, high-profile world champions will fuck you. But me. I'm that desperate, I'll fuck you. They will, I will. That just sounds out so fucking pitiful. Oh my god. Okay, I'll keep going. I gotta stop pausing. We'll never get through this shit.
It's a downgrade. You know it and I know it. So you have a choice. You either get once a month with the Ferrari, or every day with the Nissan. And you made your choice. You chose the Ferrari. That's what you decided to do. That's what...
Would a guy who's insecure constantly talk about how much money he has and how many fast cars he drives? I think not. I mean, this guy's just like a character. Now let's try. Yeah. 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 He very much would be an Ayn Rand character. He is a caricature of a human being, that is for sure.
That's why you'll never cheat on me. That's why you'll be loyal to me. Because you're not going to let some loser come fuck you. Every other man's a loser.
You know, except the people that are richer than you, that can kick your ass, that are out there. Yeah, sorry. Tate, you really have a really overinflated, like, view of yourself. Like, you're the greatest, but you're not the richest fucker out there. You're not the person that's going to waste money as much. I'm sorry to tell you, dude. She's just not that into you.
True or false? She's like, well, yeah, compared to you they are, but... No, but. You've been fucked by the boss. You want to be fucked by them. I don't even have to try and make you be loyal. You have enough of a brain to look at me and realize anyone after me is nothing but a downgrade. There's nowhere for you to go, bitch. So
there's literally thousands of other places she could go. Literally. He's just kind of there. I'm curious. I am curious. Let's check his accolades. Andrew Tate. We'll go to Wikipedia. Kickboxing record. It's a good amount of wins. Kickboxing record is 33 wins, 8 losses. Well, 3 of them were technical knockouts. And no draws. Okay. Solid. Your career ended when? Oh, you did something last year. Cool. But you stopped in 2016 and then did nothing for like most of the last 4 years. Did Andrew Tate? I would love to see him do it. Professional mixed martial arts record 1. Ooh. Okay. That's about a 50-50 there, just barely. Does he have any titles? Titles: 2014 Fusion World Champion, 90 kilogram. World Full Contact Light Cruiserweight Champion. 1 title defense. Full Contact Lightweight Champion. British Cruiserweight Champion. And English Full Contact. So, you haven't had a title since 2014, and you had 2 more years after this. What the fuck were you doing there, you lazy piece of shit? Couldn't handle it? You couldn't cut it? Got your ass kicked? Couldn't win a belt? Just saying. That's Reynolds because of the implication situation. Oh yeah, no, definitely. When he's not around, she's fucking somebody. She's probably fucking one of his friends. He doesn't know, and they won't say anything because, well, you know what'll happen. He'll get pissed, and he'll probably try to beat the fuck out of him because he's an abusive piece of shit.
So with that in mind, why the fuck am I going to give up my life when I can get your loyalty anyway?
You're not getting loyalty from her.
I can't get instant loyalty from. It's a complete hoe. And guess what? A complete hoe, even if I gave up everything for her, would eventually continue down the path of being a complete hoe. Because hoes are hoes.
Says the hoe. Just saying. Tate. You're a man whore. We know you are. We know you fuck around. Who are you to get on someone else for having sex with a lot of people? When you, according to you, I will take you at your word that you fuck where you sleep around. It's bad because she sleeps around, but I can sleep around, it's fine. Come on.
But good women, when they meet a man like me, they're loyal anyway because there's nowhere else to go. So I have no reason to settle down. Grow up. I enjoy my life.
Because she's whamming.
When every other man out here has a wife going, oh, well, maybe you should be home because it's the kid's birthday.
Maybe we know Jerry and Jane are coming over and I've cooked meatloaf.
And I'm in Dubai, surrounded by bitches. And they're gonna sit there and look at my life and go, oh, just hasn't grown up yet. Because, you know, I was young once. You were never young like me, G. You never had to sit there and look at my
Wait a minute.
life and go, oh, just hasn't grown up yet. Because, you know, I was young once.
Just saying. Just saying. The water guns. Just saying.
You were never young.
I'm not saying you can't have fun with water guns. I'm just saying, Tate, buddy boy. Shit.
You never had the life I had.
I wouldn't want your life.
You were never the man I am, whether you were young or not. And if you were a fraction of the man I am today, you wouldn't be fucking sitting at home watching Netflix pretending you're happy with it. Because you're not. That's a coping mechanism. Men desire adventure. Why? Since the dawn of human time,
I don't.
men get in
Not in the way you do.
and walk in random directions looking for someone to kill.
Wow, Tate. Why do we do that? Because people are fucking terrible sometimes? Because we're kind of greedy? Humans aren't great a lot of the time. Sometimes we're good. A lot of time we're pretty shit. And we just murder people for things like land and resources, rather than work with people to have those things. And that's bad. That's not a good thing, Tate. Not a good thing.
Because this is how we are inside of us. We want adventure deep inside of us. But the modern world is trying to squash it out of us, destroy the masculine essence, destroy the adventurous essence, make us into little tax slaves who are afraid of our lives and sit at home and pretend that I'm mature. If I sit at home and get one blowjob a month, I've grown up.
One. I could not. I don't think I could stand myself if I was like Tate. I think I have too much self-awareness. Even if I was more like Tate, I would have too much self-awareness to live and act like Tate. I just... It blows my mind just how full of himself he is. Maybe practice semen retention. Frankly, I'd hope he'd become a fucking eunuch. That'd make life better for all of us. That way we know he'd never reproduce. Oh god, yeah, that'd be awful. Ugh.
Fell for a trick. So told this bitch, that's for low value men. Real men like me, we don't have to do that. Because I have no advantage to do now. I'll never give up my life. And if you're a man here and you have given up your life, I want you to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Look at the man facing back at you and ask yourself, are you really happy? Or would you be happier living a life of adventure?
I wouldn't be happier living like you, I'll give you that. I could be happier, sure. But living like you? No.
We both know what the answer is. One more.
No, we don't. We very much don't.
Grown up, man, all the time.
I'm grown up. I'm mature, baby.
Twitch break. And I'm like, listen, you bitch. If you could press a button.
Again, Tate, you gotta actually do more than just like that if they actually did sponsor you.
Beep. And your wife would be loyal for eternity and wait for you at home. Never complain or nag. Think done.
Yeah, because rich people, rich guys, never have problems with loyalty from spouses.
Who you lying to? You lying to me or you lying to yourself? Bullshit.
Him feel a lack of personality with cars. Oh, he's got a personality. It's just shit. Jesus fucking Christ. So, let's have a cleanse, as it were. What's that I smell? Do I smell gloop? Oh yes. Dave's back. And tonight, Dill Chex Mix. Let's enjoy. Look at my car's on, yeah. Dave, what do you have? Show us.
Okay, let's start this dill pickle Chex Mix thing off. All right, first thing we got to do. 4 cups of rice Chex go into a bowl, followed by 4 cups of corn Chex Mix.
Is this going to be like a giant bowl of cereal?
Okay, then we'll do 2 cups of pretzels.
What the fuck?
And by the way, this recipe is great for kids because there's only really one spot where parents will have to help. And that's with the oven, which, by the way, should be preheating to the low temperature of 250. If your oven can't get that low, then
boring.
whatever the lowest possible setting on your oven is. All right, 2 cups of Cheez-Its. My only regret, not actually buying the box of Cheez-Its, but going with the fucking store brand. And we'll need 2 cups of Goldfish. I substituted bagel chips for Goldfish because I couldn't find bagel chips. What the hell happened to bagel chips? They used to be everywhere. Now they're nowhere. Anyway, set this aside. Okay, time for the spice mix. It's 1 tablespoon of dill weed, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, and a half a teaspoon of coriander powder.
God.
I also added a half a cup of peanut oil, but you can also use veggie or canola.
Boring.
I just liked peanut. And you want
Does this really need to be a video?
All right, and then pour the spice mix, whatever you want to call it, into the dry ingredients, into the waiting snack treats, and
No.
do your best to mix this up. I went through several attempts. I tried the spatula, my own hands, and finally I'll show you what I came up with. Finally, I just said screw it, grabbed a big old piece of aluminum foil,
But just put a symbiont in it.
sealed the bowl, and then just shook the son of a bitch. And that seemed to work the best.
Ladies and gentle
Next up, when you
thems, we
make it,
have
save
gloop.
yourself some heartache. Just grab the aluminum foil, seal the bowl, and just shake it. Okay. Want to pour the mix on a baking sheet. A full baking sheet, more than enough for this whole recipe. And then you want to pop this into that 250 degree oven we were talking about. And you want to bake for 1
You're
hour.
asking Dave to be careful and actually do things accurately.
Alrighty, and after an hour, pour it in a serving bowl, and there you go. Dill pickle Chex Mix. Done. All right.
So the end result looks just like the before end result. Just Dave. Why was this a video? Why? You still managed to gloop. But like that was 3 minutes of nothing. Nothing. You know what? As a special treat to myself and to torture some of you in the chat, we're gonna do the tuna casserole sausage. Because I need something that actually is like a recipe in food after that. That was such bullshit. So here's what you do. You take 4 bags of chips, throw them together in a bowl, then you pour pickle juice on it and throw it in an oven to ruin it. Also, lesbian porn. You forgot the lesbian porn part there, Magnetar. It doesn't sound like Dave without it, you know? Anyway, so here is a tuna noodle casserole from Ordinary Sausage. Enjoy.
Well, hey there, folks, and welcome back. I guess tuna nudie fresh and duty. It's got tuna. It's got noodles. What are we waiting for here? Let's make it. That's too many noodles for this pot. Here comes the tuna. Let's tuna noodle. We managed to just burn a little bit of it.
Yeah, it is a whiplasher for sure.
I guess. All right, let's give this a shot. Just the way Mama used to make it.
I know, it looks like food. And it's an actual recipe.
It's regrind time.
Like it's actually something with steps. Not just pour 4 different things in a bowl, mix a couple of seasonings to make it a little liquid in there. Dave wishes he was Ordinary Sausage.
3, 2, 1, let's sausage. I think that's all she wrote on that one. Will it blow? Sorta. It didn't even make it to the back. So I'm gonna have to give this Will It Blow 1 Mark Ruffalo's. Come, sausage one more time with me. We gotta burst. We gotta burst. Well, all right. Let's. There. Okay. There we go. What a dismount. That doesn't look like good times in there. I can't imagine this being any good. But here we go. That's a tuna taste you're not gonna forget. The tuna really comes through on this sausage with a pretty bad texture. It's an interesting sausage, but boy is it bad. I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 1.5 out of 5. Bop, 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 bop. And maybe it's not too late to learn how to love and forget how to...
Better than I thought it would be, honestly. Yeah. Still, though. Alright, so we've had that fun. How about we listen to a little Elliot? Yeah, I watch Technology Connections. I'm subscribed to that channel. It's good. I love that show. It's a good YouTube channel. You should subscribe to Technology Connections. So, Elliot Haas here has a video for us about 3 books for prepping and surviving the Great Reset. Now, for the uninitiated, here, I will pull it up just so you can understand the stupidity. Excuse me. The ADL. We'll go with the ADL. So the Great Reset conspiracy flourishes amid continued pandemic. The Great Reset conspiracy has gained traction on ongoing spread of COVID in both mainstream and fringe circles alike, and the most common form of adherents warn that global elites, parentheses, will use the pandemic to advance their interests and push forward a globalist, parentheses, plot to destroy American sovereignty and prosperity. Or there are more outlandish and pernicious strains of the conspiracy. The adoption of this term, Great Reset, particularly by mainstream figures with large audiences, creates dangerous opportunities for ordinary Americans to be drawn deeper into the world of conspiracies. Yeah, it's everywhere. Basically, the conspiracy first surfaced in earnest in June 2020 after the World Economic Forum, the prominent international non-governmental organization behind the annual Davos conference, introduced the Great Reset Initiative, an effort to reduce global inequity and advance environmental initiatives in the wake of the devastation of the coronavirus. Okay. You're thinking that's the Great Replacement. The Great Reset's a little bit different, but only barely. Theorists argued that this announcement was proof that global elites want to use the coronavirus as a tool to reorganize global societies and economies to their benefit at the expense of ordinary people, with the ultimate goal of global totalitarian regime. Addressed President Trump, that has since become the cornerstone of the Great Reset conspiracy. The Catholic Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano wrote, "Oh God, a global plan called the Great Reset is underway. Its architect is a global elite that wants to subdue all of humanity, imposing coercive measures with which to drastically limit individual freedoms and those of entire populations. In several nations, this plan has already been approved and financed. In others, it is still in an early stage. Behind the world leaders who are the accomplices and executors of this infernal project, there are unscrupulous characters who finance the World Economic Forum and Event 201, promoting their agenda." Yeah. Like I said, there's also, like, there's different versions, but this is the more recent version of it because it's specifically the COVID version. But there's been similar ones for a long time, yeah. Yeah, it's all New World Order bullshit. So Elliot, in his quote-unquote infinite wisdom, is going to show us how to fight off the elites, parentheses, and yeah, let's see how this goes. These 3 apparently amazing books we need to have.
Yo, Elliot, what are the must-have books for survival and prepping? So I saw this question come in before we started our session today, so I pulled out my 2 favorite books on survival and prepping. Now, that's not to say that, I mean, I got a whole shelf of survival and prepping books. But these are
Who's not surprised?
That really got me thinking, and
okay, I doubt that. You don't think?
And I think survival mindset is more important than survival activities, right? Because you can lose all your preps, right? There could be a hurricane that comes, it's like, oh man, I've been saving canned food for the past 4 years, and an earthquake could just come and swallow all that shit up. Right? So you gotta have.
Oh, I'm sure he reads. I always thought it was like a second grade level.
Mindset. So in fact, with that being said, the first book I'm going to suggest it's on my ebook here, The Dark Secrets of Survival by Selko. And this is a guy who lived through the Balkan Wars, and he asserts that if there is civil war in America, it will very much resemble the Balkan War, because the Balkan Wars you were fighting against your neighbors. It wasn't like an invasion from somewhere else, and it wasn't like the American Civil War where it was north or south. It was based on something that caused people to have division even within their own homes and families. Think about America, how divided we are.
Yes, generally smart people and generally stupid people. That's generally the divide. That's not a completely accurate picture, but that's generally it. It's dumb people and people that are not as dumb. I always say smart because that's just, you're less dumb. You're smart enough to at least understand how to survive things like a pandemic by doing things like getting a vaccine, for instance. You're smarter for doing that thing. You're dumber for not doing that thing. So yeah. Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. And I'm sure they're wholly historically accurate.
He said, so when shit hits the fan in a situation like that, you got to be prepared to go to war with your neighbor. Crazy. This is what he was explaining. Highly suggested read this book, but caveat is that it's gruesome and he spares no detail as to what you can expect. And he tells some really gruesome stories. He tells us one story one time where he was, I guess he was...
The War of Northern Aggression? Yeah, that sounds about right.
He was out trying to find food.
The Lost Cause.
And bombs started coming, right? And when those bombs came, he said that people panic. It's like you just fucking run in all different directions because you don't know where they're coming from, where they're going. And he said one day, you know, they were getting bombarded with bombs, and the bombs were coming, and so he climbed the wall and jumped over it. And when he jumped over that wall, he landed into like a small space, and in that small space there were dead bodies. So he jumped over a wall, he landed upon these dead, decaying corpses, but he couldn't move for, I think he said they were bombing for like 12 hours. He said, so for 12 hours, I was laying on top of, smelling the stinking, rotting corpse of a dead dude, while I just had to stay there and hold my breath, just like wait for the bombs to leave. I tell you that story because war ain't pretty. Shit hitting the fan is not beautiful. And even me, I sometimes romanticize it a little bit, right? Because
no,
a sad, soft, sissified world.
You romanticizing the fact that you want to be the person that does the killing. You want to be the alpha. You want to be the person that stands tall over the sissified, soft world. That's what you mean, Elliot. Trust me, we know. We know.
Where we never face any challenges, and a part of me is like, man, like,
we shouldn't have to face challenges. We're past the point where survival is like the necessary thing. It shouldn't be anyway. We can afford to not make it that way. It should be improving ourselves as a society, as individuals. You know, simultaneously living better for ourselves and for others to create a better world. That should be the focus right now. We're not hunter-gatherers anymore. We have societies, we have technology, we have the ability to allow people to live longer. Dude. As someone who has seen the glory of the Finn Boys on parade, this man doesn't stand a chance. I completely understand where you're getting from, Cajun. Elliot wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, definitely. It doesn't need to be that anymore. Challenges you have to overcome or die.
I want to face some challenges. But then when I read these stories, I'm like,
go rock climbing. There's a challenge. Shut the fuck up with your every new challenges. God damn it.
Like, oh, that sounds rough. And so what that did was, by reading this book, my mindset became more mature. It helped my mindset be more mature about what this actually means. So that's why he calls it Dark Secrets of Shit Hit the Fan Survival, right? And so he tells you everything. The difference between your plans and reality. That's chapter 1.
What's the next book?
The shocking reality of Shit Hits the Fan. He talks about how the urban area.
Okay, dude, you have 3 books and we're halfway through the fucking video. Get to the second one.
Violence. And the violence is enacted by people who you may have once known. He talks about roaming gangs after the collapse, so on and so forth.
You mean Proud Boys? Yes. Yeah, they are definitely roaming gangs.
So look up Selco, S-E-L-C-O. He's got some articles, he got some ebooks. He even does courses. I would probably do one of his courses, man. But the reason why that book is important and dovetails perfectly into this book is because they're written by people who have survived these types of situations. Selco survived the Civil War, right? What is it? Yugoslavia, the Balkan Wars. This is a book by Fernando Aguiar Farfel, and he talks. This is called The Modern Survival Manual: Surviving the Economic Collapse, and it's based on first-hand experience of the 2001 economic collapse in Argentina. So once again, it's a book written by a guy that has been there. It's not theory. It's not imaginary. It's holy shit, this happened. This is what I learned while it was happening. This is what I did. This is what I wish I did.
Okay.
Definitely don't do this. And he'll tell you that. You know, I've reviewed this book a number of times in my videos. I'll highly suggest this. And I got one more book.
Okay, you spent so much fucking time on the first one, and you give this one like a curse, like, oh yeah, that's good. Like, look, it survived that. That's it. You didn't learn jack shit about your second book there, dude. My God, you're bad at this, Elliot. Awful. 0 out of 10.
Called Collapse, Suburban Survival Solutions. And the reason why I like this book is because
Suburban Survival
he
Solutions.
gives instructions on how to create things. Like, for example, this is how to start harvesting rainwater, right? I never knew you could harvest rainwater.
-2 out of 10, yeah.
And keep it, right? He shows you how to create your own solar array, right? Which I don't think is necessary. If you have $2,000, you buy a solar generator like I did. You know, if you got the money. So on and so forth. How to build a Dutch oven. That's not the kind of Dutch oven that you guys are thinking about when you fart under a blanket.
Yes, Elliot, thank you.
Literal Dutch oven, like you build it out of mud. How to cook off grid.
6 minutes 11 seconds. That was 7 minutes 32 seconds.
Dry.
What the fuck does that do with the Great Reset, Elliot? Curious.
Those three books that I would get started with, but you know, you got the SAS handbook. You got where there is no doctors. It's another book. Like they'll teach you how to do emergency medicine on people when there's no doctors. There's also one called When There's No Dentist. Both of those books I highly recommend. Where there's no doctors, where there's no dentist. And so on and so forth. But
God.
that's it, man. Those are some resources
Boring.
that I appreciate.
Elliot.
I think you'll appreciate also, dude. So hope that helps. Done.
Yo, it's your bro Elliot. I hope.
Oh, that was kind of a misleading title, just a little bit. Apparently. Just, it's about the Great Resets, right? It's like Prime surviving the Great Reset. And then it's just the same shit we've seen time and time again from these preppers. You know, as far as like, kind of, but yeah, that was it. That was a fucking nothing burger. God damn, Elliot. Disappointed. Disappointed. So Styx has a video we can watch. Ooh, he bought a solar generator. I mean, good. Fine, that's good. Save on, you know, the electricity as we have it now. We can generate it better. Sure, that's fine. Whatever. But fuck, that was not worth a video. So, Styx and Hammer here. Lovely Styx. Not in the bathrobe, but in whatever Hawaiian shirt this is. Also, I'm forming a gang to steal his solar generator and the apocalypse ever actually hits. There you go. This is Joe Biden and the predictable COVID mission creep. So this ought to be good. Let's see what Styx has for us, shall we? There's no subtitles here, so sorry.
Alright everyone, we start off today talking about Beijing Biden's fairly predictable mission creep with regards
Beijing Biden. I guess. I don't know what the fuck they are. Beijing Biden. I don't get, like, who looks at Joe Biden? Milk toast, Joe Biden. Corn pop, Joe Biden. And thinks, yeah, totally tanky. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. It just does. It hurts. It hurts every fucking time. It's just Joe Biden going, yes, comrade. For glory of Winnie the Pooh. Well, no, because they paint him as a fucking, like, Maoist kind of shit, and I don't want that. School white wall paint Biden, there you go. Eggshell white Biden. Vanilla ice cream Joe Biden. Enriched white bread Joe Biden. There's just don't get it. Every goddamn time I hear shit like that, it's like, these people are so far off the goddamn deep end. There's no saving them. There just isn't. Let's get back into this. I've not even got 6 seconds in and I'm already losing my fucking mind because that was just so dumb.
to COVID, always remember when something has the public afraid or angry, it will always be used as long as possible by big government to try to pass draconian laws to try to fracture people in society apart for political purposes, for elections and shit. I'd be surprised if they were less than considerably reluctant to let the issue go until at least after the midterms. 24 might be stretching it a little bit. Of course, we saw after 9/11, and this is basically similar, what's happening.
No. imitation, water bite. That poor cat. It must really need food bad to be there. Yeah. By the way, yeah, this 9/11 and this, nothing alike. One was a terrorist attack. The other one is a pandemic. Sticks. One of these things is not like the other. You know? No cats have to live with sticks. True.
We saw that people, for a couple of years, they were far more receptive to spying and war and things like that, but then the casualties started to mount. Just like the business casualties are beginning to mount now, and at some point
the business casualties. Oh no, won't somebody think of the corporations?
Their taste for what has morphed at this point into an entirely political response. Of course, after...
No, it's really not a political response. It's only a political response when it comes to people that are saying, we shouldn't have to take the vaccine because our antibodies that naturally make her way better, and I trust taking the horse dewormer. Yes, I know there's another version for humans, but I'll take the horse one because it's the same, right? Also, it's a cabal of evil scientists who are controlled by the global elites, parentheses, trying to microchip you and control your minds and change your DNA. That's what's really going on. Yeah, there's your political side there, buddy. It ain't the people on the left. It's not even the people in the center. It's the crazy people like you that are making a political bubba. No, sticks should have to live with sticks. Yeah, sticks live with sticks, but
9/11, the same thing happened. It wasn't about national security by 2003. It had nothing to do with it. At that point, it was about warmongering, nation building, making a lot of money, and eroding the Constitution. That's basically what's happening here.
Yeah, Republicans are good at that stuff. Sticks, you're not wrong. They do like that kind of stuff, eroding the Constitution, warmongering and stuff. Those centrists do some of that stuff too, to be fair. The warmongering for sure. But
It's for big donor kickbacks and for authoritarianism, and for mayors and governors especially. They like to show off their power. They really like it. I mean, in private, they get a big dick about it, like Newsom and people like that, Whitmer. Anyway, by the way, I haven't heard much from Whitmer lately. I wonder why that could be.
Let's see. Why have we heard much from Gretchen Whitmer? First thing that pops up. Governor Whitmer expected to sign $70 billion budget this week. Whitmer to deem a number of COVID budget provisions unconstitutional. I don't know. Oh, good. The people that were going to attempt to kidnap Whitmer, have been found not victims of government entrapment. Nice. They should go to jail. Let's see. Let's see what's been going on with Gretchen Whitmer. Whitmer to nix budget provision that tries to ban mask rules. Whitmer trailing GOP challenger by 6 points in Michigan governor race. Ugh. Let's hope that doesn't keep up. Michigan, you better be out there voting when it comes time, or you're fucked. Michigan budget bill bans state COVID vaccine mandates, huh? Interesting. Oh. Maybe that's part of the problem. That's a bit iffy. Anyway, so Whitmer's still around, doing things.
Anyway, links down below, if you're watching this video on YouTube, with links down below to 4 other video hosting sites that I use. Keep in mind YouTube's algorithms, which I like to talk about. Of course, YouTube no longer about expressing yourself. It's about expressing whatever the orthodoxy conceives of as being proper at the time.
Or not spreading conspiracies.
Now, Joe Biden was always going to do the COVID mission creep thing. Because he has failed so badly on every other issue, and COVID is basically the only one in which he has at least mediocre public support still on the border, he's like 30 points underwater.
Is he? I mean, he's still got a higher approval rating than Trump had.
On the economy, he's like 20 points underwater. I'm not sure why it's not larger than that, but that's around where it is. On foreign policy, he's deep underwater. With COVID, it's a little bit better. He's in the low 40s, I think, as far as his approval goes, specifically on the...
The cat doesn't want to be there. Let the cat go.
Again, push polls occur. Cherry-picking polls that have missamplings aside, his response to COVID is at least more... It's less unpopular than his response to other things. So when Afghanistan... and hyperinflation, stagflation at this point is...
Inflation's not, like, too insane at the moment. The problem is wages have not kept up with inflation, so when they have more inflation, it just feels worse. Also, the economy is trying to get back into things, so yeah, the year of us not being able to do much of anything as far as our economy kind of fucked with the economy. That's something Biden inherited. That's not his fault at this point. He could still do better to fix a lot of it, which he should. Forgiving student loan debts would help, but you know. What do I know?
It's pretty much officially what we have. Higher joblessness. When all these other problems occur, you want to reframe the argument and put COVID at the forefront because it's something on which he thinks that he can win as an issue. This is why he very visibly came out flip-flopped, did a complete 180 on his initial desire not to have any form of attempted federal mandate. Of course, he now has attempted to do that. It's massively...
Yeah, he said he wanted to not do that, but he's being forced to do it because people be dumb. People be dying because people be dumb. People are forcing other people to deal with virus because people be dumb. And he's at least doing what he can within his power to try to fix that problem. And I don't disagree with the way he's doing it. Just get the vaccine. It's that simple. It's free. It works.
Legally embattled. You've got thousands of businesses suing. You've got dozens of states suing. You've got plenty of localities refusing to cooperate. You've got... Basically, everyone thinks it's a bad idea. It is not a popular idea to destroy the U.S. economy with a facade of pretending to fight COVID.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that's true.
Right now, following through, threatening to fire all the unvaccinated frontline health workers. You know the ones that did those TikTok videos in last year?
Yeah, if you're the people that aren't getting vaccinated that work in the medical fields, that are dealing with patients and that, fuck them. Fuck them. Let them lose their jobs. They're not going to help other people by, being responsible as healthcare professionals. They don't need to have their fucking jobs. They don't need to be there helping spread and mutate as time goes on the fucking virus. If they're not going to do their fucking job responsibly, they don't need to have that job. It's too important for them to be, hoeing and humming on getting the vaccine. Get vaxxed, lose your job as a medical professional, whether you be a nurse or what have you. Get vaccinated. God damn it.
They were heroes, and basically they were angels, and if you criticize them, then you were evil. All of a sudden, it's okay to fire them for not wanting to get, a third vaccine, and replace them. This is going to happen in New York, apparently. Replace them with people who have nursing training and doctors training from the U.S. military, from the National Guard.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure they try to bolster numbers so they don't spread people thin, though the number's not that high and what they're getting rid of. Because most of the people that work in the medical professionals fields are vaccinated. So a higher percentage of people that work in medical fields are vaccinated compared to those that are not. So it's not the biggest loss to get rid of them, I think it's like up like around 90 something percent from what I remember, because I was reading about stuff like this a little earlier. I just can't remember where I was reading it. But it's a high percentage of people that actually are vaccinated that work in medical fields, you know, that directly deal with patients. But a lot of it's nurses that don't want to do this stuff because, well, they think they know more than the doctors. So I want to stay pretty close to wanting a full-blown vaccine mandate. Like, if people don't get vaxxed, then this shit is going to mutate and we'll all be stuck in a forever pandemic. I mean, yeah. Look, the mandate's fine, and I don't think it'd be a problem. It's like, look, we need this done. We're mandating it. If you have an immunocompromised reason for why you can't have the vaccine, that's perfectly fine, and that can be waived. I understand that. I don't care about your religious exemptions. I don't fucking care. Because we want to save people. We want to make sure that as many people as possible will survive. And you're helping to hurt that. Sorry about your luck. If you can't be an adult, it sucks for you. That's all I gotta say.
So, yeah, by the way, since those people in the Guard often work in military hospitals, you haven't solved the shortage. You've just shifted it away from the civilian arena to make it look like the shortage isn't there. Ah, that's because of the public approval polling with the idea of, hey, the hospital all of a sudden is short-staffed by 30%, and I can't get care for...
It's not that bad. Yeah, exactly. And also, it's not that high stakes, hate to tell you. The problem is probably just people are worn out from doing this shit for so long because of people that weren't doing the vaccines. So yeah, these people will scream about, but it's my freedom to not get the vaccine in a vacuum. Yeah, sure, but you're taking other people's freedoms to not get fucking sick. Correct. But they don't care about other people's freedoms. They care about their own. You know, unless it's someone with a vagina who, has a womb and they want to tell them what to do with their bodies, but you can't tell them what to do with their bodies when it comes to vaccines. But they can tell people that are getting pregnant what to do with their bodies. That's fair game. My argument is, if you can do one, you can do the other. You want to keep pushing the Roe v. Wade shit? Mandate's coming for you, motherfucker, to get that vaccine. You don't got a choice. Put my body, my choice. Yeah. Funny that, huh?
For anything that I'm doing, because the government has forced the firing of a third of the goddamn health workforce.
It's not.
Which is preposterous, of course.
Okay, let's look at this. Vaccine mandate leads thousands of New York health workers to get vaccinated. New York hospital fire suspends staff who refuse COVID vaccine. Let's see. Let's go here real quick. New York hospitals on Monday began firing or suspending healthcare workers for defying a state order to get the COVID-19 vaccine. And resulting staff shortages prompt some hospitals to postpone elective surgeries or curtail services. Oh no, the elective surgeries. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio told a news conference the city's hospitals were not yet seeing a major impact from the mandate, adding he worried about other areas of the state where vaccination rates are lower. Spokeswoman for Catholic Health, one of the largest healthcare providers in Western New York, said it had reached full compliance, counting staff members who had been vaccinated, those with exemptions, and some who had been suspended without pay. Spokeswoman Joanne Kavanaugh refused to say how many workers had been suspended or granted exemptions due to medical or religious reasons. Catholic Health said it was forced to postpone a small number of elective surgeries. Postpone, they're still going to get it. Erie County Medical Center in Buffalo suspended elective inpatient surgeries and had stopped accepting intensive care patients from other hospitals as it prepared to fire hundreds of unvaccinated employees. They should get vaccinated then. Cutler said the decision to curtail some operations would inconvenience patients and hurt hospital finances. Oh, fucking boo-hoo. Just government can give you money. Elective inpatient surgeries bring in about $1 million per week, he said. But I'll say it again. Anyone who's an anti-vaxxer shouldn't even be allowed to be a medical professional. True. I agree with that completely. Fuck that. We had to make a decision as to where we could temporarily make some changes so that we could ensure other areas of service are as little affected as possible. Financially, it's a big deal, okay? State, federal, New York State Health Department issued an order last month mandating that all healthcare workers receive at least their first COVID shot by the 27th, triggering a rush of hospitals to get their employees inoculated. Of the 43,000 employees at the New York City's 11 public hospitals, about 5,000 were not vaccinated. Dr. Mitchell Katz, head of the NYC Health and Hospitals, said at the news conference with de Blasio, Katz said 95% of nurses were vaccinated and all the groups of facilities were open and fully functional on Monday. 33%, right, Sticks? 33% loss, right? So, I think your math's a little off there, friend. Because we got the numbers. It ain't 33%. Now, in some other states, it probably would reach that. Like, I could imagine Florida has a lot more healthcare workers that are probably not vaccinated. But they're probably not going to be pushed out because DeSantis. But, yeah. 95% of fucking nurses are vaccinated. Jesus fucking Christ. And that's the biggest problem, is the nurses that aren't vaccinating. On Saturday, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, is that how you pronounce her name? Said she was considering employing the National Guard and out-of-state medical workers. And it wasn't just... Okay, Sticks. It's not even just National Guard. It's workers from other places to fill work shortages, with 60% of the state's 450,000 hospital staff not fully vaccinated. That's 16%. Okay, so we're going to... Quick maths. Because I don't brain well. 450,000. That means 72,000 people are not vaccinated. They should just get fucking vaccinated. And so, yeah, they're going to be bringing in National Guard, so I'm glad they're at least making them fucking useful and not using them to, like, you know, harm citizens. That's a thing. That's something that's happened too often. And other medical workers that maybe are looking for work. Well, they got a job. Good for them. Healthcare workers who are fired for refusing to get vaccinated will not be eligible for unemployment insurance unless they are able to provide a valid doctor-approved request for medical exemption accommodations. Oh well. A federal judge in Albany temporarily ordered New York State officials to allow religious exemptions for the state-imposed vaccine mandate on healthcare workers. Separately, a federal appeals court on Monday ruled that New York City can order all teachers and staff to get the vaccine, reversing a previous decision that had put the mandate on hold for educators. Yeah, teachers should have the fucking vaccine too. Look, my youngest is actually in school right now, and I'm in Ohio. I wear it every fucking day. Now, luckily, the school my kid goes to has masks. Like, it's kind of like the kids have to wear masks. Teachers are at least being responsible there. I got lucky. There's not been protests outside of the school for, you know, to fight against masks and shit. The kids are wearing masks to school. Teachers are wearing masks. Bus drivers are wearing masks. I've been lucky. But the fact of the matter is, other places haven't been. I mean, to be fair about the no unemployment thing, I do think everyone should be getting a UBI, so that would include anti-vaxxers. Yeah, that's UBI. That's not this. And they wouldn't be getting fired if they would just get the vaccine. So this is a consequence of one's actions kind of deal. I mean, if I'm fine with cops not getting pensions when they abuse their power and harm people, then I'm fine with medical workers that are not doing their part to take care of the populace by doing basic things like being inoculated and not getting unemployment insurance. Oh well, make better choices. This is how personal responsibility works. But back to Sticks.
But that authoritarian measure is not rooted in medicine. It is not rooted in science. It is rooted solely in public policy, governance, and the desire of these people to exert power.
No, there's science behind it. The vaccine works. So, you're wrong, Sticks. Again.
They want to exert power They are very, very upset that they can't always do that, and so they're jackbooting around and they're trying to abuse other people. When people get banned online for topical differences of opinion with regards to medical topics, that is jackbootery. It is
No. 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 No sticks. A difference of opinion on medical stuff when it comes to the vaccine and other things that are proven to help prevent people from dying. It's not 100%, obviously, because no vaccines are 100%. But it still helps people survive. There's no both sides to this. There's the correct answer, the vaccine helps, and then there's the fucking stupid answer, which is, oh no, it actually causes things to get worse. The vaccinated are the ones that are dying the most, even though the numbers say otherwise. No. No sticks. This is not a public court of public opinion thing. This is a, here are the facts, sucks for you, grow the fuck up.
fascism. There is no other term for it. That is what it is.
It's not.
When Joe Biden comes out now, the latest mission creep from literally the other day, when asked about what threshold of people need to take the vax before we can get back to normal, oh, I don't know, 97, 98%, I think we'll get most of them. 23% of the U.S. population is not vaccinated at all. A significant proportion of the rest only took one vaccine because in their minds they're like, hey, why am I taking more than one? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And let me explain one final thing here.
Oh, Sticks is going to explain something. Let's hear it.
The ultimate mission creep of COVID, or the ultimate flip-flop, I should say. Biden's people, Kamala Harris, fucking Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, you remember last year when the vaccines were first in their prototypical development stage, when Trump was still president for like 6 months after that? You remember they came out and said they wouldn't get the vaccine because they didn't trust it? Well, if Donald Trump is the one developing it, I'm not sure that I trust it.
Do I have to say that liberals are stupid? Libs are stupid. I could care less. Also, Trump wasn't responsible for shit. Let's just be honest. When it comes to the vaccine. Anyway, yeah, that was shit political theater too. Again, libs are dumb. The survivability with the vaccine is insane. Even in the unlikely event that a vax person does catch COVID, it's so much more survivable. Yeah. Tell me you don't have kids without telling me you don't have kids. Sticks. It doesn't make sense to have more than one dose of a vaccine. Yeah, exactly. Boosters never existed.
It's exactly the same vaccine that Joe Biden literally had on live stream the other day. Very interesting how it's safe now that he happens to be in office.
Because people trust Biden more than Trump, generally? But again, libs be stupid.
Even though the same exact companies are the ones making it. It's interesting how Biden was against the concept of a federal mandate and admitted that it would not be lawful in the general sense, but now has attempted
Except it is.
to impose one. By the way, he did the same thing with the CDC eviction moratorium, and the courts struck it down. He did the same thing with race-based aid for farm workers, and the courts struck it down. I wonder what'll happen at least to the private sector component of his attempt to use OSHA through an executive order, no legislation.
Nothing probably will happen.
Extending OSHA's power, the same way he did the CDC's over evictions, to try to force employers over an arbitrary threshold of employees to force people to be vaccinated. Most of those employers are saying they won't do it or can't. Some of these employers, by the way, before people jump down these business owners' throats, let's say you're vaxxed, you're a liberal or something. When you look at these
I'm not, but go ahead.
businesses and say, well, they're not forcing their workers to vax up.
No.
They should be shut down. In some cases...
Well, no, because they can still get tested too. It's get the vaccine or get tested weekly. There's another thing. There's another option.
It's because they physically can't. I would say probably most cases. If 20-30% of your workforce is not willing to vaccinate, and you've also got a component of the workforce that will stand in solidarity with them. Whenever you've got unionized workers, they'll just pick it. they'll pick it right outside. If you got 35-40% of your workers not willing to work, and this is a nationwide shortage problem, and there's no one to replace them with...
There's not a shortage. It's just that people realize that they're actually, worth something. like decent pay, and they're not taking the jobs that don't pay them well. So if you're a factory job that isn't paying well, maybe that's why you're not getting people wanting to work for you. Yeah, no? Just saying. But yeah, it's like, oh, you gotta get the vaccine or get tested. Well, I'm not doing either of those things. Well, then I'll probably have to fire you because of OSHA standards. We're gonna pick it. Okay. So then you'll get no money, I'll get no money. This goes well. You could just quit.
Because it's an employee's, not an employer's market, you will collapse the economy.
No,
to
he
be
won't.
clear, what Biden is setting the stage for, assuming that he is not rebuffed by the courts, assuming that this is not pushed back against by various states, it will cause a recession. Just by design.
No, it won't. It will not. The recession, if there is going to be one, I don't think there is. The economy is not fully recovered anyway, but it's been doing better until Trump. But people are just wanting you to pay them better. Pay them better, people will work. That's simple. Any kind of recession can be stopped by paying people a living wage. Like, am I just dumb? Or is it just that people don't understand simple things?
But Joe Biden doesn't care. Joe Biden clearly is out to lunch and not even making his own decisions. When we see him taking the jab on live stream, it was somebody else's idea. He didn't say, you know what, it's really going to rally people to this cause if I, who now has probably sub 40% approval in real polling.
Joe Biden approval rating. Let's see. Biden's approval rating hits new low of 43%, according to Gallup 7 days ago. Harris is 49%. It's higher than I thought. I'm not a Harris fan. Yep. Nope. Still above 40. Biden's rating down 6 points since August, 13 points since June. Independents approval of Biden is 37%. That's not fucking surprising. Down from 55% in June. Kamala Harris's 49% job approval rating matches Biden's in 2009. Here's been Biden's approval rating. This approval has been going up as we've gotten into September. And approval has gone, it was steady and then gone down a bit over the last week because he's made some stupid decisions. Yeah, he's only partially right. But you know, his real polling thing was a bit on the nose, wasn't it?
Get the third vaccine that's not even being particularly pushed by any mainline medical edifice. They're saying,
oh, what?
Saying, yeah, it's safe and it's effective, but it's not necessary.
CDC statement on ACIP booster recommendations. Here, let's do this. The CDC. Here's the recommendations. People 65 years and older and residents in long-term care settings should receive a booster shot of Pfizer's BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine at least 6 months after their Pfizer-BioNTech's primary series. So yeah, there is a source saying they should. The should is right here. This means it's a recommended. Should. Sticks, it says should. People aged 50 to 64 with underlying medical conditions should receive a booster shot of the Pfizer vaccine at least 6 months after that. See, should. Two shoulds. People aged 18 to 49 with underlying medical conditions may receive a booster shot. That means it's less necessary. May. Should may, should. Do you see the difference in words? Words matter a little bit here, Sticks. People aged 18 to 64 who are at increased risk of COVID exposure and transmission because of occupational or institutional setting may receive a booster shot at least 6 months after. That does it say should or must? It does say should, not must, but it is should. That means it is. It is very much recommended. It is a hard recommend. May is, yeah, you can. It's not a bad idea. You can. Whereas the other one is, you should. Frankly, I think that'd be hilarious if they did. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine all these people that are just like straight anti-vax weirdos, and like the fucking army shows the like, you're getting the fucking vaccine. I'm not saying they should do that. I just think it's a funny scenario. Because I would love to see the reactions of the we'll fight against the corrupt government with our guns. That I'd love to see them just standing there pissing their pants. A bunch of people with guns are like, yeah, you're getting the vaccine. But yeah. Again, though, the words matter here. Should means it's pretty well firmly recommended. Sticks. Read shit. Just read some shit.
But I'm going to
read sensible shit. I did not go full screen. Why'd you do that?
get it anyway to try to convince other people to get it. It's not even agreed upon that it's going to do anything. It's certainly not going to hamper transmission.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. It does. It does. The vaccines hamper that. The third dose is just because they're finding it's helpful for at least people within a certain age range, particularly older individuals, and for those that have underlying conditions that are older as well. Now, for people like me, my age, I am 34, and it's not recommended for me to get a third dose. I also don't have Pfizer. I had Moderna. So it's not recommended for me at the moment, at least because, again, Moderna doesn't have one. Now, if it was recommended for me, like it's like, you really should do this, okay, fine. I'd do it. I've already had my 2 doses. Though I don't think it's been long enough for me to have it yet. It's 6 months. I've not had it that long yet. It's been 2 months, maybe? I'd have to look at the card. So I wouldn't qualify for that. I wouldn't be in the should category, at least for a few more months, if it came out, like, if you have underlying conditions or whatever, you know, there. So again, sticks. Why you be stupid?
What proportion think about it this way. Most of the people who have gotten vaccinated don't have the second shot. So what proportion of people aren't going to get the third? A lot of the people that have had two doses of Moderna or Pfizer or whatever, they're not going to bother with the third. They're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, we would. I mean, I would. What about all of you? Those of you in my chat who I know are very smart, big brain people and have had the vaccines, if as long as they've been available. I know there's certain parts of the world that have had problems. I know, like, Australia has had problems with people, you know, being able to get the vaccines. So if you've been able to be vaccinated, are you fully vaccinated? And if it was recommended, like the CDC or whatever health organization for your country, it was like, hey, you really should get a third dose. Would you do it? I would. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get other people sick. I don't want to get elderly people that I know, like my parents, sick. Yeah. I can see my card from here, 2 entries, for both shots. See, there you go. I know my chat is full of the smart people that use the big brains and have the big hearts because they're compassionate people who care about other people. I had 2 doses of Moderna. I'd get a booster shot. I want literally every vaccine I could get. I'm gonna be immune to death, fuckers. We're just gonna fucking put you... We're gonna embalm your ass. You're You're gonna be walking around just like, yeah, forever alive. I got the J&J because it was the most easy to get where I live. Hey, that's all good. Whatever you're able to get, you get. I get it. It's all good.
Alright, at some point it becomes enough is enough. With each successive attempt to get people to boost it by another shot, less people will take it. Leaving only the lemmings of society that will literally do whatever they're told, and a handful of desperate partisans who just don't want to be called Trumpers. And that's who will be left. I think we're approaching that stage now. But the mission creep was predictable, because it's exactly what happens after every time of national stress. And this pandemic has been hyperbolically overhyped at this point anyway.
Wait.
Creep
what was that, Sticks?
It's predictable, because it's exactly what happens after every time of national stress. And this pandemic has been hyperbolically overhyped at this point anyway.
Yeah. 4.5 million people. Overblown. 4 million people. 4.5 million people dead. And who knows, out of the 219 million cases that don't involve the 4.5 million people dead are suffering from long-term issues, whether it be organ damage, whether it be a persistent cough, a complete loss of taste, or even the taste buds growing back wrong, and you can't eat food without it tasting like rancid shit. People that are suffering from impotence, people that are suffering mental health issues, that was caused because the brain was damaged in some way. Yeah. Totally fucking overblown. That's exactly what it was. I could say things right now, but I'd be kicked off Twitch. I won't say them. I'll think them, though, very strongly, Sticks, towards you. I really will. But I won't say them. And I'll leave what I'm thinking up to your imaginations. But here's a good one. Fuck you. That's the one I can give you.
Where are the mass graves? Where are the corpse carts?
I'm gonna search this one on the other set that's not on screen. Real quick, 1 second. I just want to see. Where are the mass graves? Boop. Lost in the pandemic inside New York City's mass graveyard on Hart Island. Oh, fun. There are 1,165 identical pine caskets stacked 3 high, 2 wide in this football field-sized pit. The men are here to find and dig up caskets. Oh, these are different ones than some of these, yeah. Yep, the grave is no more than 2 months old. There's your mass fucking grave, Sticks, you sanctimonious, self-righteous, patronizing piece of shit. Okay? Do we have an understanding, you pathetic little worm? Yeah. Good.
Where are the families completely torn apart by mass casualties?
You know, one of the first victims of COVID in my city. Well, if I remember correctly, was a little girl. I couldn't remember if she was kindergarten, first grade, second grade. It's been over a year now, and I feel bad I can't remember. But Yo, Centaur, what's up? Welcome to the stream, and welcome, Raiders. How you doing? I'm Xandros. I'm a variety streamer, and today we're kind of just watching some videos and doing some commentary. You just stumbled into me having a very visceral reaction to somebody who is very much taking the COVID pandemic very lightly, and I'm in a mean mood for the one moment here. But yeah, no, I'll take a minute. Welcome to the stream. I hope things are good. Ooh, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. First of all, person of fine taste as always, Centaur. I approve. Oh yeah. This person here, Sticks and Hammer, is wondering where are the mass graves and the people in the families torn apart by mass deaths and everything for the COVID pandemic, and how it's been overblown. As we were just showing on screen before you all rated in about the mass grave in New York that was being talked about like last year, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not in a happy mood at the moment. We've had some happy times and some fun times tonight. This is visceral, Xandros angry, and not taking bullshit moment. But I'll take a minute, I'll cool down before I get back into tearing Sticks here a new fucking asshole. Just say, hey, how y'all doing? I hope you're having a pleasant day. I'm sorry if I'm going to ruin it here in a minute. But, you know, we're having a time doing something a little different. I wasn't in the mood to play a game. I wanted to do some videos. We've watched some bad cooking, some fun cooking. We've watched some weird things about survival and prepping. It's been a thing today. Been a lull over. So yeah. Normally I do games, stuff like The Great Ace Attorney, or Phasmophobia, JRPGs and the like. In fact, later this week, we'll be starting once October hits, I'll be doing, you know, horror games and like supernatural themed games throughout the entire month. So it's gonna be a fun time. If you want to hang out with that, why, Private Fudge Monkey, first of all, I love that name. Second of all, thank you for the follow. Starting this weekend, I believe Friday is the 1st of October. Yep, on Friday I'll be starting off the October streams. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna get Halloween up in this place. And right now, for those that don't know, and those that are part of the Discord server, I'm actually got 10 games sitting up right now that I'm going to be likely playing through, at least some of them. So we're looking at Silent Hill, the original one. We're looking at Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, Ghostbusters, the video game, The Evil Within 2, Monstrum, Resident Evil 3 Remake, stuff like that. So, for those that are in my Discord server, if you haven't yet, go over there now and let me know which of the 10 games on that list you want me to play. You can pick as many as you want. You can do all 10 of them if you want. I just want to gauge what people want to see me do. More people should vote for Ghostbusters, such a good game. I do love it. I mean, come on. It was as much Ghostbusters 3 as anything else was ever going to be at this point. So, yeah. That vote's still going on until about the next couple days. I've already got a preliminary schedule made up of what I'm going to be playing in what order, so that can still change depending on interest. So get over there and yeah, show me what you want me to play. But back to this. Let's finish up Sticks and then we'll play the thing Queer Huber sent us earlier to kind of cleanse from this bullshit. Oh, yeah. The story I was saying before we got, yeah. Oh, speaking of, it's about time I did a poll for my next game, too. Final Fantasy V is getting a clue. Ooh. Yeah, you better get on that. I still need to play 5 at some point. Eventually will get around to it. But, back to my depressing note. With Styx here, talking about family is being torn apart. But where are they? So, as I was saying, one of the first victims of the pandemic here in my city was a child, a young girl. She was elementary school age. Some were kindergarten to second grade. And like I said, it had been a year. And this poor child had to spend her days stuck at home, scared. I vote Final Fantasy V 27 times. Well, I don't have 5 at the moment. I can get to it legally at some point. But like I said, right now we're looking at October stuff, so don't worry. We'll get back around to the normal stuff eventually. But yeah, do you want to tell me, Styx, that family wasn't torn apart, losing their child? Do you want me to? Do you want me to say that my friend, who passed away about a month ago now from COVID, that his wife, who's also my friend, his family, her family, aren't torn up by his death? That my family, my cousin, isn't devastated at losing her son to COVID? Now, he was 30. He was closer to my age. He wasn't like a child, but still, a parent losing a child. That's rough. My younger cousin, her other child, losing her brother. People losing their friend. You really think these people aren't devastated by these losses? How many people, how many children right now in this country are going fatherless because people like you keep spreading around this downplaying of the pandemic and of the vaccines and doing this conspiratorial bullshit? And yeah, a lot of people will mock the people that don't get the vaccine because they've listened to bullshit like what you're saying and what people like Tucker Carlson and other fucking conspiracy theorist assholes like Call for an Uprising will do. And they don't get vaccinated and they spread around the things they hear. And then they get sick and die, leaving behind children that will grow up without a parent. Could you go look them in the eye and just say, hey, look, it's really not that bad. The pandemic's not a big deal. Like, yeah, your dad died, but hey, it's not like it's happening to a lot of people. We've only lost, like, what's we at now? Over 700,000 people just in the U.S. dead? Something like that? Maybe less. It might be under 700,000 still. I haven't kept track. But how many people have lost a father, a mother, a sibling, an aunt and uncle, cousin, wife, husband, spouse, child to this? Could you really, Styx, look them in the eye and just say what you were saying? I fucking dare you to. And I hope if you ever do something like that, that you receive the proper reaction that I would give you. Which would not be TOS for me to say on Twitch. So I won't say it.
They're not there. By and large, that's not happening.
Thank you, Liza. I appreciate that. Let's just take a minute to reset, relax, and let that negativity go a minute. Okay. We only got a few more minutes of this, and then we'll switch to the other video. I hope you get thrown into a pit of lava and lose all your diamond sticks. There you go. There's a good one. I hope you get smacked from behind by a bunch of bats and lose all of your gold. That's an Undermine reference there. By the way, a game everyone should be playing, Undermine. Fun roguelike game.
Meanwhile, we're quarantining schools. They just shut down a school in Vermont because they had too many COVID cases. And I'm thinking to myself, none of these kids are likely to die. None of them are.
Just gonna keep going. By the way, my niece and nephew's school had to shut down because COVID cases were on the rise for like part of a week to help quarantine and clean things off.
Even likely to have significant symptoms. We've begun quarantining people who are essentially healthy, simply because they tested positive for a disease for which it's possible to get a false positive with the test anyway.
Possible, yes. It doesn't mean that the positive is false. Sticks.
The test has been admitted to not be particularly effective. It's
Some
like rapid
tests.
antigen test and shit like that.
Some of them have been
running
proven.
it on extra cycles, which other countries have stopped doing. Meanwhile, we have a world in which we have numerous countries that have ended all restrictions, or ended most restrictions, or that have non-enforceable restrictions, like here, and nobody gives a shit, and they're not falling into darkness. They're not falling into disrepair and chaos. People just stopped being afraid. They want to go out and they want to have a beer. They want to go out and have a sandwich. And they're not willing to let crippling paranoia stand in their way. Joe Biden
Says the crippling paranoid piece of shit right here, who is paranoid of the dumbest things every goddamn time. Have you looked at your own fucking backlog of video sticks? You complete and utter fucking joke.
is trying to make people afraid. When you see his message on TV, oh, we can do this, we'll get through it here, we're going to get the booster shot. That's not to provide the American people with a we can do it, can do spirit thing. It's to provide fear and division. It's to divide people, and he tried to do it literally in his goddamn speech the other day. Well, this segment of the population is causing a lot of problems for other people.
They
trying
are.
to talk down to people, chide them.
I'll talk down to every fucker if I feel like it, Sticks. Every fucking one of them that doesn't get the vaccine, I'll talk down to them like the children they fucking are. And I have no qualms doing it. I will do it daily if need be. And you know what? I will feel no shame doing it.
Render them mentally second-class citizens. Insinuate that they're less valuable, that they're doing something wrong when it's Joe Biden and his people that are actually doing that at this point. Being a bunch of fascistic lunatics trying to take people's fear and use it to promulgate more power and get more money. And in his case, as a political deflection, so that you won't talk about the border fiasco, you won't talk...
The border fiasco is a problem because of ICE and other stupid habits that we have here in this country. Frankly, if we actually had a better path to citizenship, we wouldn't have the issue. So yeah, you're not completely wrong that Biden should be doing better there, but it's not in the way you're thinking.
Talk about the Americans stranded in Afghanistan. You won't talk about inflation and prices skyrocketing. You won't...
Couldn't imagine why that might be happening, maybe because of the pandemic that's causing issues with supply lines and production of certain things. I mean, oh my god, it's almost like there's consequences to not taking care of this pandemic like we should have and been responsible adults, and now we're having some consequences from it. Jesus Christ, 3 people don't know what actual... Yeah, they really don't know what fascism is.
We'll talk about all the
because they want fascism in their way. But they're like, oh, this is actual fascism.
diplomatic problems that Beijing Biden has ushered in, and they're all self-inflicted wounds. You won't talk about any of these other things, just COVID. That's the only thing to talk about, even though, again, in public consciousness, it's beginning to wane. Nobody cares at this point. That's about all.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Haha. Yes, this is awesome. Reaping. Oh, what the fuck? This sucks. Yeah. So Queer Who Bear sent us something. Let's watch that. Let me take that up here. What's it called? Yeah. This is a vegan rap. Let's enjoy this 2015 video. Vegan rap, don't use the name of an animal as an insult. Okay?
If you gain weight from too much chow, I will never call you a cow. I respect you and cows.
Don't use cow as an insult.
Oh, not this asshole.
Every single fig, I will never call you a pig. I respect you and pigs.
Don't use pig as an insult. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist. Never use the name of an animal as an insult for a human. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist. Never use the name of an animal as an insult for a human.
If you avoid thoughts that are deep, I will never call you a sheep. I respect you and sheep.
Don't use sheep as an insult.
If you get scared and your pulse quickens, I will never call you a chicken. I respect you and chickens.
Don't use chicken as an insult. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist.
This is some of the widest shit I have seen in a while.
As an insult for a human. Animals are innocent.
Yeah, that was a parody. This isn't a parody.
The name of an animal as an insult for a human.
If you're disloyal and we have a spat, I will never call you a rat. I respect you and rats.
Don't use rat as an insult.
If you check out women while out for a jog, I will never call you a dog. I respect
Wow, what a flow that was.
Don't use dog as an insult.
If you complain that we're not rich, I will never call you a bitch. I respect you and female dogs.
Don't use bitch as an insult.
If you tell a lie and make my trust break, I will never call you a snake. I respect you and snakes.
Don't use snake as an insult.
You and Baylor watching this.
Are innocent. Don't be
I'm already pretty white. This is too white for me.
An animal as an insult for a human. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist. Never use the name of an animal as an insult for a human. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist. Never use
This is about over, right?
Animal as an insult for a human. Animals are innocent. Don't be speciesist. Never use the name of an animal as an insult for a human.
Jesus Christ. What was the name of this guy? I forget. The interview of the guy in the background, the StarCon. Okay. Does anyone remember the name of that guy that was in the background? Where? Yeah, him. It was this guy. This one was weird. I'm trying to remember if this is the one from like a long while back. I don't want to find it. But we'll do this one. For those not familiar. Videos, and it was sort by most popular. This guy.
My fingers are bored. They need something to do. What's that? I can tickle you? Yeah! Tickle, 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 tickle. Wow, my friend, that was lots of fun. Now it's time to tickle somebody else. What's that? I can tickle you? Yeah! tickle, 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 tickle.
You're welcome.
Wow, my friend, that was lots of fun. But now it's time to tickle somebody else.
And this is a over 3.5 minutes long.
Who wants to get tickled? No one? Aww. My fingers are bored. They need something to do. What's that? I can tickle you? Yeah! Tickle, 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 tickle.
Yeah, he really did.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Here's the thing, I'm suffering too, so we're suffering together. This is the vegan guy that was in the background of the last video we were watching.
Yeah! Tickle, 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 tickle.
And if it's not, very similar person, similar energy at that. So I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
That was lots of fun. But now it's time to tickle somebody else. Who wants to get tickled? Who wants to get tickled? No one?
How have you had this 3 days in a row, Magnetar? Where have you been going?
Bored. They need something to do. What's that? I can
Well,
tickle you.
that doesn't mean it's the same vegan person, to be fair, Robot. I'm just saying I think it is, because he looks the same in the face and smile and everything. You don't know where you've been? Man, you gotta quit going down these rabbit holes. You get in some weird places.
Wow, my friend, that was lots of fun. But now it's time to tickle somebody else. What's that?
So this is 2 minutes and 19 seconds in out of 3 minutes 46 seconds. It started when I was watching My Hero Academia. Yeah, that explains it. Anime. That's a great way to start down these rabbit holes. I'll spare everyone. We can stop. Vegan vagina juice. Oh, here we go.
Hello, my friends. Lately, people have been asking me, hey John, do you have a lover? I do, and I thought it would be fun to introduce you to my lover in a video.
I do not mind jerking off John. He does a lot of activism for the animals. I do not mind rubbing my fingers around John's dick. He is a vegan superhero, he never hurt a chick. After John does activism for the animals, he likes it when I play with his genitals.
Mom, you pick me up, please.
Doesn't take long at all.
Hey, after what I've had to go through with the last video, I believe I'm allowed to jump off to this weird bullshit. This is a 3-minute song too. I'm not gonna keep going. That was enough on that one. There was I couldn't remember if it was him that did the one thing I was looking. Yep. Okay. Okay.
I sure do want to lick
This
you.
guy is just.
I sure do want to lick you. I sure do want to lick you.
This is so dumb.
I sure do want to lick you. I like to lick. I like to lick.
This guy's like just fetish as fuck on everything. There was one video. Oh, sexy surprise for adults. That was it. Where is it? It has to be here. Here. Is that video still here? Oh, it's not. Okay.
Hello, John Sackers here. About 6 years ago, I made a video. I think I was 40 at the time. I'm 46 now. I made a video called A Sexy Surprise for Adult Vegans. And it got a lot of views. And a bunch of people on YouTube made videos of themselves reacting to this video. So Hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it would be
No.
mildly funny
This
if
is
I
where it
made a
gets
video
worse.
of myself reacting to this video, because I am 6 or 7 years older now, and I'm going to hit play on the video. I have it on my lap.
I'm
I'll
just
hit play
double-checking something.
right
Yep.
now.
Warning, this video is not for children. You must be at least 18 years old to watch this video, and you must also be a vegan. Carnists are not allowed to watch this video.
Oh, no.
Press stop right now. If you want to rape, torture, and murder my friends, then you do not get to watch this video. It is a special treat just for vegan.
Well, we're getting to the secret dark side of the vegan stuff. We're not allowed here. Ooh.
Thank you.
Go vegan!
Hello, vegan ladies. John Sakars here. If you've seen some of my videos and you've heard me talk about how much I love vegan vaginas, then chances are you have probably fantasized about me licking your vagina. By all means, if you are a dedicated animal rights activist and vegan, I would love.
Like, okay, I don't know this. This shouldn't be TOS. I don't think. We'll see if something happens. I can always make this very not public for a time. Oh no! It gets worse still, Magnetar.
But the
I gotta move this up.
is so very big, and I am so very busy that the fact is, I just don't have time to fly all around the world and lick all of your beautiful vegan vaginas. So I thought I'd make a video. In this video, it'll be like POV, point of view. So you can
We're not watching all of this.
fantasize that I am licking your vagina. What you can do is put your laptop between your legs, and you can fantasize that instead of me licking the air, I am licking your vagina.
I saw this years ago.
Get your
Just
fingers on the
randomly. I don't remember anymore.
Touch yourself and pretend that it is my tongue that is touching you. And by all means, I'm not gay. I am heterosexual. So I would like to
No.
fantasize about licking your
Magnetar, you
vagina.
weren't spared
If
anything.
you are a
You're
gay
suffering it
man
now.
And you want to pretend that I'm licking your balls or your penis or your anus or something, go ahead. It's basically going to be a video of me licking, and whoever you are and whatever part of your body you would like licked, you can fantasize that I am licking that part of your body. It's all good for me.
Cupcake Chaos.
Get a little sip of my...
Thank you for the sub for 3 months in a row. I feel like the last vestige of my innocence is gone. Well, I don't know if you've been watching V, but boy, perfect timing. We're gonna get see a sexy surprise for adult vegans, that carnivores like myself. I'm an omnivore though, and others in the chat aren't allowed to see. We're about to see some good old my ears, my sweet virgin ears. Oh no, it gets worse. Now your eyes have to suffer.
Green smoothie before we begin.
I still drink green smoothies.
Yes, cupcakes. All this, like, yeah, good time. It's good content. The
A little bit more gray. More gray in my hair now.
Are you ready? The show is about to begin.
Be a good girl and take your pants down for me. That's it.
We're not watching the entire thing. I can't do. Like, this goes on.
Okay, now you're gonna pull your panties down for me, okay? So I can see that beautiful vegan vagina.
This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
Tease me a little bit.
I forgot about this.
Wow, you are so beautiful. You have such a cute, adorable little vegan vagina.
It's a
going to tease you a little bit first. I'm going to kiss the insides of your beautiful thighs.
I am an adult.
Maybe lick the insides of your beautiful thighs a little bit too.
I needed the stupidity. And look at him down in the corner there. Watch this. He has no shame in this.
Oh, baby, I just gotta lick that vagina a little bit. I'm gonna lick around the inside first.
And the train's here. Perfect timing.
So far, it's just harmless fun. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Dude.
Just licking the air.
Okay, it's not that there's something wrong with it in a necessary sense. It's just fucking weird. I want to hop on that train. I bet you do.
Licking a little bit sexually. No big deal.
Now the other side.
It's fucking weird.
Don't like sexual videos. They don't have to watch them.
It's not. There's a difference between a sexual video and a weird one, dude. You're just a little weird. Whatever your kink, go for it, I guess.
There's no nudity, no swearing, a little bit of licking.
I'm going to give you 10 nice, big, long licks.
Going vegan can probably make your sexual fluids taste better, but mainly go vegan for the animals. Animals aren't ours to use for food, clothing, entertainment, experiments, or anything else.
I'll stop. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I'm sorry for all my sins. This is mandatory. Okay, we're good now. I'll never steal Arizona teas again. We have found the true torture in that video. Excuse me. Alright. God, my recommends are gonna be fucked for a little while on YouTube. Alright. I had another video, but it's 28 minutes long and I'm already over time. So, that was something. It was definitely something. Yeah, that's all you could say to it. That's some great hey law cow. Yeah. After the tickle song too. So I think we'll wrap it up with some caught on camera stuff. And since it's getting ready for the spooky season, let's watch some spooky ghost stuff, shall we? Okay. Yeah, they went a little elaborate with that one. Okay, the chair turned. Ooh. Really? That was it? A double exposure? It's security footage. If you're reusing a tape or something, that's gonna happen.
There it is.
It's a farmhouse, I think. can't tell. What's the spooky thing? The grainy footage? Yeah.
Holy go, 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 go.
Wait.
Holy
Oh no, someone's inside the building.
go, 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 go.
Jeez, really? Oh. You just happen to be looking at it with your camera. What? Is that supposed to be someone that's not there? Yeah, it's... Again, it's security... God, this double exposure shit every time. It's because it's something that's been reused. And it's just bleeding through. That's really it. Someone just... Really? Wait. Was that it? This right here? Somebody was sitting in a chair and walked off. What the fuck? Okay, a light. Gonna do something? What happened? What the fuck happened here? Did I miss something? What happened here aside from the light turning on? I'm looking for it and I don't see it. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's go back a minute. Yeah, room. Up there, it's up here in the corner, by the on the porch there. Yeah, it looked like somebody waiting to come in. It's a. Yeah, it looks like a fault in the program. Yeah. These are so easy to fucking fake. Come on. That sounds annoying.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano, que é isso, mano? Mano, não tem nada. Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano, bora, mano. Deus me livre, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano.
Really?
Vai, mano. Corre, corre. Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho?
This is so dumb. I love it. Is that a goose? What was that? I missed it. Was there something there? Nothing happened. Turn left. What do you find? Yeah. What's this? Oh, face in the background right there. Ooh, spooky. For fuck's sake. So stupid. No effort. Oh no, blurry picture of someone walking. It's just Bigfoot, but with person. Not in costume. Sure, whatever. Whatever. You can't see the last one because the fucking... Alrighty. I don't think there's much else I've got for this. Maybe if there's one more compilation, maybe. I don't think there's anything else I can really think of. BuzzFeed Unsolved Network. The thing is that some people watch the videos and go, oh my god, the dead have risen from the grave. Yeah, I know, right? Ghosts caught on camera. Ooh, let us see what was caught. Okay, the door opened back there. Hang on. Yeah. I'll say that it. Finding out it's places that people can hide behind rather easily and not being shot at the camera. What's that clicking noise? Alright, wait a minute. We'll slow that one down, I'm curious. Not the quality. Speed. Play it at half speed. Yeah, that doesn't look like it was a wire pull at all. You know, Look, I get it. Everyone enjoys some spooky stuff. But I mean, if there was really paranormal shit, oh, they slammed the door and they moved. Why would they just do that? You think there's no way they'd try to communicate beyond messing up shit? And why would they do it in ways that we can easily just reproduce and fake? Look, paranormal stuff's fun, but it's not real. But it's always nice to just enjoy stupid things. You would totally fuck up a room if you were a ghost? I wouldn't. I would do worse things. Let's see what this one is real quick. We'll do this last one and then we'll call it. This one's about 12 minutes. I think that'll be good enough time to stop after this one. This is a wind down portion because I think I've hit my limit. After Styx.
So for today's drink,
oh, come on. It's always the double exposure thing, isn't it? With the videos. Yes, we saw it the first, like, 2 times, dude. Ghosts, Bigfoot, demons. I was joking about Bigfoot. Like, it's one of the hashtags.
I don't miss any of this video because there are parts throughout the entire video that show visuals of I can't explain, he can't explain. There's audio of noises from something.
Hey!
Oh, this is just gonna be this the rest of the time? No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Can we watch this one? YouTube audio library, we should be okay then. Let's turn it down a little bit. Oh god. Okay. Oh god, the whipped cream. Okay. Why are we watching the dogs bucker? Stop. Stop. No. No. That's a lot of pugs. Oh my god. That mask. Jesus Christ, this dog. I've seen this dog before. Just enjoying some sunlight. Oh, shit! Oh, no.
God damn it, it's a brand new truck.
No. Okay, that's cute. What the f-
I'll probably get some hate for this, but I don't care. They've been bred specifically to look like they've been smashed in the goddamn face while crying. And because of this, because of their fact that their skull is shaped like a fucking tuna can, they can barely breathe their whole lives. Ever been around a pug? Constantly. No matter the temperature or the weather, they sit there going, "Gah, gah, gah, gah." And people think this shit is cute. If my baby came out with a flat nose, hair lip, cylindrical head, and no neck going, "Gah, gah, gah," I'd be like, Jesus fuck, put it back in.
Stop. Stop.
Maestro, aquí me tiene a la pinche 1:30 de la mañana haciéndole un peinado para la tarea. ¿Ustedes creen que eso es justo? Chinga su madre la sed.
Going to check on the puppies.
Oh,
See, this is what I have to deal with in the middle of the night.
that was a little disturbing.
All that staring.
It's just in front of the fan. Let's not do that. Lots of sweet pepper. What was it? Just because this is one of my favorite ones. For those that have not seen this classic, you're welcome.
Pop party! Pop party! Pop party! Pop party! Such a good boy! You want to go to a pop party? Oh, such a good boy!
I had to. I had to do at least that once. Alrighty. I think with that one, the content mine is going to close for the night. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Woo. Good times. Bad times too, but good times as well. First of all, thank you again to Centaur for the raid earlier, and for Private Fudge Monkey for following, and of course, Cupcake Chaos for the sub. Very much appreciated. Maybe we'll do something like this again in the future. This is only the second time I've done something like this, where it's just been, you know, the videos and me doing the commentary stuff. God, that's so tiny now. I was adjusting things for other things. So I need to fix that later for the chat. Oh well. I'm gonna go make myself some dinner. Love you, love everyone. No, well, we love you back, Magnetar. I'm gonna see if someone is streaming real quick, see if we'll rate it out. But for those of you in the highlights, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed yourselves, please drop a follow here at twitch.tv/Xandros. Or if you want to support the channel further than just the follow, you can drop a sub. Right now it is still September for at least a couple more days. Technically, I guess only, well, it's the 29th as of now because it's after midnight, so today and tomorrow. You can get a sub for 20% off right now. And if you want to support the channel further, without giving money to Bezos and all of them, you can go right here to that link and do a little tip, a little donate, a little direct financial giving, if you will. You can also go over here and get yourself a little merch, your own little Spritz shirt, or a couple of little things like that, or even the Xandals. I still don't know what. That just came about one day, and that's been a joke running. But yeah, you can head to the merch shop there and purchase yourself a little Spritz goodness. I will be back Thursday for the final stream of September. Now, originally it was going to be Among Us, but because of other things, that's going to be changing. I will be playing Among Us later this week, but it'll be during the October streams on Saturday, I believe. Friday or Saturday. I have to double check things. But we're going to be celebrating Antipodian Squid's 1-year streamiversary. Yeah, it's been 1 year for Squid doing streams, and we are going to be joining them and a bunch of other people to celebrate by playing some Among Us. I will get that finalized with everybody once I finalize on the date again. I have to go back and check some things, but it'll be around 8 o'clock, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, I believe. You can keep up with that by following me over on Twitter at SpritzSquirtle, or if you're in the Discord, I'll make sure you know there. But Thursday is kind of up in the air again. I'll have to figure something else out. We'll see what happens. But I'll be starting around 8:30 on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll be kicking off the month of October and the start of our spook season streams. Yeah, I think I'll go with that again this year. I went. It was spook season streams last year in October. We could spook season streams again for 2021. And as far as what I'll be playing, well, I'll let you know once the day gets a little closer. But for now, Highlight people, thank you for watching. And until the next stream, stay safe, stay awesome. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.